Ho there. It's the Bob and Tom Show from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hi.
A vision in taupe.
Yeah.
Beige, ecru, off-white,
Clearasil color.
eggshell.
Clearasil color. Really?
You got your bangs swept over. I approve. Very
Yeah,
nice.
they're so long. They're like
There you go.
it bangs.
They're what?
Cousin it.
Oh, boy, I heard that wrong. if you got bangs down to, that is cousin it.
Yeah, that would be something.
They are the it bangs, all right.
Do they make zit cream in shades of various skin tones?
Hey, Pat Godwin, how are you?
They do. They do.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
I'm Chick. Ace Cosby. Hello, Tom.
I did not know that. How many? Is it like Crayola? You get a whole stadiums for the color?
So you can get white and you can get beige.
White and beige. Okay. All right. Just asking. It's
I
a
never
fair
had
question.
that problem, so I don't know.
Never had any zits?
Not really. I'd have one like right here
Boy, I did.
during that time of month.
Looks like somebody put out a pizza with a
You
pitchfork.
did?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I wrestled with those for a while myself.
Oh,
Fat, pimply face kid. There's no way to live, boy. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's
I
rough.
with your dad the other night.
No way to live, boy.
Yeah. At one point, some of my kids were on that Accutane stuff.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is more difficult to get than morphine. You have to fill out this form that's an inch thick, and every month you had to get the prescription renewed. You had to go over to the doctor's office. It was unbelievable.
Man.
And very effective, but quite dangerous, apparently.
Huh.
So I was just curious, because your sweater is the color of Clearasil. It's a standard.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It makes you blend right in with.
Yeah, I thought, how could I offend him? I'm wearing.
No, it could be
beige.
worse. You could be wearing chick sweater, which is the color of dog manure.
Yeah. I anticipated this comment as I was putting it on this morning. I
nice
thought, it'll give him something to say.
Yeah.
Well, I got a letter here.
All right.
Want to get right to it.
Okay.
The other night on Jeopardy, the category was 3-letter words for body parts.
Arm.
Leg.
Yeah. Ear.
Keep going.
Eye.
Good. Keep going.
Ear.
Lip.
Ear.
He said ear.
Oh, sorry. I
Lip.
didn't hear you.
Lip. How about a lip?
Yep, those are all good.
What are we missing?
Gum.
Toe.
Yeah. the
Toe,
gum.
very good.
Toe.
By the way, this, yeah,
That'd be
That
slang,
wasn't
though,
on
right?
there.
yeah, nut.
No, they accepted nut?
No,
Oh.
I'm just expanding on the
gotta
list.
do that.
This is a letter from James in Columbus, and he says,
Jimmy James.
he said, I think there are a total of 10. They only gave 6 answers. He has leg, arm, rib, gum, jaw, hip, lip, eye, ear, toe. I would add box.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Did you say box?
He said box.
Sorry, I just thought of that.
What about ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, nip,
Yep.
sack,
That's-
SAC.
Oh, okay.
No.
That
Doesn't.
That's a purse,
not
but go
sack.
ahead.
No, wait a second. Josh will back me up on this.
SACK.
No,
Sack.
I think ball sack isn't.
No.
I think I would accept both because in biology and anatomy, SAC is
like
the
saccular.
spelling for some sacs.
Isn't that the technical term, the saccular area?
No, I don't think so. No.
No?
That's bad slang.
Oh,
is what
okay.
that is.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
we had nut, we had the T word, ass, nip,
Yeah.
vag.
Yeah.
Any more? Are we forgetting any?
I've always wanted to be on an itty bitty titty committee. Haven't you wanted to do that every now and then? Josh, your thoughts?
I would prefer to be on the other committee.
the larger.
Yeah.
What about 4-letter words for body parts?
Oh, well, the mind,
Come on.
Open up a whole Pandora's
mind
box here.
boggles. Let's start with slit. Go ahead.
Oh, very good, very good. Buns.
Sure. Well, I mean, if we make plural, then
Yeah, if you count in plural.
You can't do
Okay.
that.
How about dong?
Just one of the many
Right.
reasons you're not on Jeopardy. They'd have to edit the hell out of it.
Dong
well,
what?
now, Ken, let me tell you something.
Junk. Is that good?
Yeah.
Junk ball, meat, dong, tool.
Okay, junk then. J-U-N-C, right?
No.
No, we're
J-U-N-K.
four-letter words, remember?
It's not juncular. It's just sacular.
You're sacular.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for pointing that out, James. We certainly appreciate it. If anyone has any additions to those, I'd love to be a part of it.
Anybody, anything about body parts, yes, send them in. Boy, oh boy. You beat everything. You know that.
It's one of the few things we have in common.
Body parts?
Yeah. Most of us have.
This guy named Ryan is upset. This is a listener email. We'll give you a preview of the mail coming up. All this says is, hello, Bob and Tom Show. So, ... You'll read that broad's letter, but you have yet to read mine. Okay. That's the whole letter.
Oh.
I don't know who
What's he
referred
referencing?
to, but he's upset. This is Ryan in Washington, Iowa.
Was that the letter from the person who just wanted you to read a letter?
No, that was a guy.
That's what I thought. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. We read some broad's letter, and we didn't read
Some
his.
broad is how he describes her?
Oh, like you
Classy.
haven't called a girl a broad, a skirt, a doll.
No. I'm not living in the 50s.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, yes, you are. No, you prefer round heel, right?
Yeah. A little
Something people use, yeah.
little history about it. The young lady who wrote the deep questions yesterday. Remember that? She wanted to know a little bit more about us.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're new to the show,
Deep they are.
she has a few more for us.
Oh, God.
God, yeah.
This will
There's a
launch
reason
Josh, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
What is your favorite Christmas movie? Now, hers is Elf. And I know that's not on your list. Josh.
Yeah, it's one of my least favorites.
Yeah. Christy, do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Wait a minute. I think Josh should continue now. What's your hang up with Elf? I don't understand. It has a solid.
It really does have a solid premise. I shouldn't knock it. Here's what happens.
Okay.
He's an elf.
He's an elf.
But he's a grown man.
He's tall.
His bed is too small. He's an adult man, but he loves candy. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I'm with you, Josh, but there are people that love that movie.
I like that movie, but Love Actually is my favorite Christmas movie.
Okay, you want to get going on that
That's
one?
also
I know you hate that one,
extraordinarily
too.
And then you get into the whole thing about Die Hard. Yeah. I'm going to go with Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
Of course you are.
Oh, no,
That's a television special. I
No
don't
one's
consider
seen
that
it. No one's.
We're trying to enlighten this woman as to our taste. If it has to be a movie, it's pretty hard to beat Christmas Story. I will sit through that almost every time.
What's the one with
Really?
Yeah.
Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney?
Holiday Inn.
Holiday
That one is really up there for me. too.
Really?
I love that movie.
Okay. Pat Godwin.
The dancing in that is incredible.
A Christmas Story, yes.
Is there a good... Did they make that into a musical?
A Christmas Story?
Did they make that into a Broadway show or something?
think so. I
Okay. Or maybe a play. Who knows? Is there a good Christmas musical?
Holiday Inn. I just said that.
But I mean,
It's a movie musical, wouldn't it?
They jammed.
never did that on Broadway.
I think they jammed White Christmas into Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
I think.
they've had that's been in a couple. Isn't there a movie called White Christmas also?
Yes.
Well, the original title was White's Only Christmas.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a different time.
It was a different.
Feel good about yourself?
Mine's the one with Jimmy Stewart. I forget.
Good luck finding a copy of that.
It's a Wonderful
I'm dreaming
Life.
of a white boxer.
That and Song of the South. Good luck.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
We have more questions from Heather,
Yeah,
which
that-
we'll
yeah.
we'll get to
Thanks,
after I
Heather.
wash down the show.
I bet you he's talking about this broad Heather. That's who he's talking about.
Could you stop using the term broad?
Why?
It just refers to their hips.
Yes.
Hey.
That's where it comes from. A broad-hipped
Childbearing
Not
hips.
their boobs?
No.
No.
Why would they?
Childbearing hips.
Why would you have
Look at his
broad
broad.
boobs? If you have broad boobs, that's weird.
By the way, remind me during the break to show you a photograph from the paper this morning. Dear God.
Muscular?
No, it's just the photographer took the photograph at the absolute, maybe on purpose. The angle of the photograph makes this woman who's involved in a very serious thing. It makes her look like all boobs. It's just the weird camera angle. Sorry, I know that's very visual.
Who wants to guess that he's the only one that can see this?
Oh, no.
When we look at the picture.
If I'm wrong, I'll give you $20.
I don't know how. money has to come into it, but go ahead.
Just because I like being right. You know what I had just a few minutes ago?
What'd you have?
Right here. Look at this. This is called Liquid Science Arctic Freeze.
Oh, yeah.
From Java House. I'm going to have another one. It's not coffee. Of course, we love the Java House coffee. It is the official coffee of the Bob and Tom Show. The peel and pour pods. But Java House also has something I'm just getting into, hydration drinks. They also have energy drinks, lattes, tea, of course, and even hot cocoa. What is Java House all about? It's about revolutionizing the world of your beverages. Great for the office. In our green room next door here, we have a couple dozen different types of beverages, and you don't have to put them in the Keurig machines. You just take this stuff, as you can see, it's a little tiny. Let me get a different one here. It's a, what do you call it? It's a pod.
Yeah.
Peel the top off, pour it in, and Shazam. You've got your coffee right away. Add hot water.
Shazam.
Isn't that the magic
Shazam?
word?
Yes.
Abracadabra.
Shazam.
Shazam.
Voila. Yeah, Shazam with kind of a hillbilly accent. Shazam. Uncle Clam.
I think that's how the kid turns into Captain Marvel, right?
I'll talk to my friends at Java House, see if they want to come out with a version of a moonshine. Uncle Clem's moonshine. Illegal in 49
They
states.
might need a different license.
Yeah, sorry about
Watch
that.
out for them revenuers.
Although they do have an espresso martini that you can
They
get.
do. It's our friends at Java House, and they got something going on right now. You go to javahouse.com, and you click on the, what's it called? The thing there.
The icon?
The tab.
Oh, the tab.
Yeah, there you go. That says Java House for your office, and you could find yourself with a free in-office demo. So find out about the revolution in coffee, et cetera, teas, lattes, energy drinks from our friends at Java House. Visit them at javahouse.com. Coming up in the news, lots of exciting things. And coming up in sports, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was reading some stuff, and a melee in the WNBA.
Yep, involving Caitlin. We'll talk about it. And we have a repeat Stanley Cup champion, the Florida Panthers, and why their logo is wrong.
Oh.
We'll talk about it. And congratulations to the Panthers. And I was kind of secretly
Me too, hoping for...
cheering for the Oils.
You want
but they
get that thing back up in Canada.
did
Yeah.
not. They
But
did
my
not
God,
feature.
Florida's good.
Yeah, who was it?
Marshawn, the rat, he is a killer.
Sam Reinhart, 4 goals last night. Just 4. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's one more than the Hattie. Okay? That's what they call the hat trick.
Doesn't he need more of a hockey name?
Sam Reinhart?
Like Vladimir Klitschko or something? Wasn't there a guy named...
Klitschko is still in the league.
Wasn't there like Klitschko, Kablenos or
Yeah,
something?
he was always seen in the hoodie.
The big hood is hard to find him sometimes.
Also, we have 3 coffee stories this morning.
You know, the Klitschko brothers, they were heavyweight champs, right?
Oh, there you go.
Boxing.
We have 3 positive coffee stories, lowering your risk of death.
Oh,
How about that?
I'm for that.
I love these stories. That's why I keep printing them. I just want one that says coffee cake. Coffee cake and
Link
coffee.
to eternal life. I'm in.
Cheeseburgers and French fries. Link to eternal life coming up from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
This one here, it's about how the Amish all help one another out.
Oh, that's nice.
Are you ready, Carl? Barry?
yeah. Braver.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Let's go.
Oh, Yoder needs a new barn, 'cause his burned down and he just mowed his hay. Yeah. So all us neighbors joined in to help your brother is the Amish way. Yeah. And I don't give a hoot that I'm wearing this suit, working hard in the midday sun. But there's a guy named Zach Claims he's got a bad back, but I think he's next in line to be shunned.
Oh, yeah, he's just lazy. We're all working like crazy. The lemonade was flowing when the barn started growing.
Boys from above told everyone to shove, and we knew we had a barn raising. First walls made up and didn't fall, we knew it was a barn raising. Barn raising! Barn raising! Woo! Barn raising! Barn raising!
so hard. It seems like Firkin's all we ever do. Yeah. We only took a short break. We ate our lunch and barely stopped to chew. Yeah. Then the loser named Zach, he made a dumb crack and the congregation got PO'd. Someone grabbed a board, but then they hollered Lord because it was the main one bearing the load. Oh, yeah.
The bar started swaying. All the women were praying. And Zach started running. This wasn't a shunning.
Yeah. By the time the barn fell, we were running like hell, and we knew he had a barnyard blitz. And the person yelled, wait, somebody locked the gate, and we knew it was a barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz.
Oh, yeah, although it was frightening. It was very exciting. There was nothing to save him. We're all gonna shave him.
The smoke cleared, we had his hat and beard, we were finished with the barnyard blitz. Sent him on his way, he's a Methodist today, another victim of the barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz. Barnyard blitz. Everybody! It's a barnyard blitz. It's a barnyard blitz. It's a barnyard blitz. It's a barnyard blitz.
The Electric Amish, the Barnyard Blitz.
Thank you, evil hellbound heathens.
Thank you very much.
I like that very
can
much.
you introduce the band, please?
That one right there is Carl. You'll find him located just above the bass.
Hello.
It's Carl Goodman right there. Back here on the drums is Barry Goodman.
Barry.
Good morning.
No relation.
No.
No, we get that a lot. I, of course, am Graber Goodman. I play the guitar.
Okay.
And I noticed you were talking, you liked my guitar here. This is a Gibson Graber signature model.
Oh. I didn't know you'd learned to write.
I didn't do my signature.
Okay.
Is that it?
And once
Gibson
again,
doesn't know about this yet. So.
it's
If
in
it
the
were your
shape of
signature,
the.
it'd just be a flying X, wouldn't it?
Oh, if it were my signature, yeah.
Oh, I see. It's in the shape of the thing in the back of an Amish vehicle.
Slow-moving
The
vehicle.
thing, that's right, Tom.
The triangular. What do you call it? What's that?
That's a triangle.
The triangular thing, yeah, we call them
the
triangles.
orange triangle. Thank you. Well, thanks, guys. Take a little break.
Take a little break.
Go do some woodworking.
Is this going to be like your version of a little break where you guys just sit around your ass all day?
Go build something.
Yeah, lazy.
We don't work
the way
like
we
the
work.
Amish, that's for sure.
Well, we've got some cheese to get to.
I had a moment where my girlfriend thought she was pregnant. And by the way, if ladies, if you suspect that you're pregnant, tell the guy during the day. Don't wait until you're about to go to sleep.
Oh.
Because that's what she did. She's like, I have a cramp. I might be pregnant. Good night. I'm like, no. Good night. I don't think so. I go, well, let's find out. Well, what are you gonna do? So I, hauled butt to Walmart.
Yep.
And
Got a test.
got myself a little test.
Doctor in a box.
2 o'clock in the morning, and of all the times to get recognized. I walk into Walmart in the night shift. Hey, Fluffy! I'm like, oh, great. What do you need? A miracle.
All right, here's some tickets to a Grateful Dead concert. Right.
So I found the aisle where they sell the pregnancy test, and I realized something. Walmart has figured out the evolution of how life works, and they put it in aisle 4. As soon as you turn the corner, you see condoms. Then you see lubricant. The next to the lubricant, you see pregnancy tests. The next to that, you see Pampers. Next to that, formula. And at the end of the aisle, they sell beer. It's a full circle.
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How are you? That means with that music, it's time for. That's right, it's sports.
Oh, the harpist.
What do you think?
This would be nice for maybe a late night show.
Time now for Fireside Chat.
Almost works better as an outro.
That's sports.
That was
the last
you just heard.
sportscast ever.
Sports in heaven, where both teams win.
Well, how was that possible?
Well, I don't know.
Have a competition.
Now, we'll get to sports coming up.
Yes, sir.
You have any more anything you want to have in the world of breaking sports? You've got the NHL.
Florida Panthers repeat as Stanley Cup champions. They win 5-1 last night, Game 6 of the final in Sunrise, Florida. I think that's a made-up town, but that's where they play.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset.
That's it. They just keep doing that.
Yeah, they do.
They pretty much just do.
Very moving.
And I think we all agree the Panther, the sexiest of all cats.
Oh, gosh.
Don't you think?
So hot. Black Panthers down there.
A girl
Sleek,
coming at you, Tom,
Very
doing
sleek.
beautiful green eyes staring
For a
at
while
you.
there, Tommy was the albino panther.
Oh,
right.
yes, you're right.
Why are we talking about approaching a woman? I mean, a woman approaching you on her hands and knees, panther style.
Oh, we were talking about strippers. Remember yesterday we were talking about, or maybe Monday we were talking about strip
yeah.
clubs.
I believe
And
it's
that's
called the stripper crawl.
I think
Isn't that
you're
what it was
correct.
called?
Yes.
They,
Yeah, that's always sort of sexy.
Very hot. Yeah.
you ever seen that in real life?
Yes.
No, I don't mean at a strip club. I mean in your home. If you ever had a woman, like you get out of the shower and there's a woman going on the ground naked, going.
Have you?
No, not
No.
not making the big cat noises.
Would you like that?
I don't think I'd be opposed to it, but I bet there would be. It sounds fun to me, so it sounds like they'd be laughing.
I like the academic approach that Josh has to this question. It must be the early hour. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think, as Chaucer once said.
I mean, there are two different ways to deliver it. If it's done completely earnestly, I don't know if I'd like it as much as if it was just being playful and fun.
And you start laughing, and she says something like, "What are you laughing for?"
And then starts
I would hope
crying,
that
and then the
wouldn't
whole mood's ruined.
Oh boy, yeah, that'd be awful.
Is it your request? I did wash that tang.
When she starts crying, I complete way faster. I don't want that.
Have you ever had to tell somebody you need to complete your hygiene?
Have you?
No, not
I
me.
haven't. I wanted to.
You know what?
I believe
right ahead.
I believe my attorney just spoke for me. I absolutely have not. Should have.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, how would you even approach that?
I never figured it out.
Yeah.
Well,
I did figure it out.
I think this.
We're not together.
Yeah. Well, I think I feel. I just wanted to point something out.
You know what? There's no
Well, you
coming.
could also offer to shower together. Like, hey,
No coming
want to
back.
grab
from
a
that.
shower?
Yeah. There's
Yeah, it's just rather difficult to do when you're in the back of a car outside of a disco.
Well, of course.
dancing.
Because I was shocked that this was, man, I was 20 something. I was shocked that she didn't seem to be aware of it. It was, I mean, the room.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stop and pick up a no pest strip here at the 7-Eleven.
That's one of those 3 a.m. conversations that come back to haunt you. You're trying to sleep. Are you awake? Remember when you told me I had to go wash myself? Remember that?
You know, you're not so clean down there always.
I almost told you that, but I didn't. Because I love you.
My mother said I should have told you.
And my best friend, she told me I should tell you too.
I brought it up at the book club.
All right, yeah, that's how we all are.
Okay, sorry. Where were we? Oh, we were reading our mail.
Yes, we were. And this trucker with a CB handle.
Go ahead. What is it?
One of my favorite Disney characters. I'm a trucker. My CB handle is Tigger. It was given to me by my grandfather. So it's handed down.
That makes sense.
Bouncing's what Tiggers do best.
Our heads are made out of rubber, and our bodies are made out of spring.
Whoever does that guy's voice, he did a few. And
Paul Winchell.
He was wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
He was the guy with Jerry Mahoney, the Dummies.
Gotcha.
Knucklehead Smith.
Yes.
Have you seen on Instagram the man that does the voice of Winnie the Pooh?
Yes.
Talking to his grandson,
I
reading a
love that.
book. Is it not the cutest thing you've ever heard?
Yeah, like those guys will get together and stuff.
Yeah, he's reading a story to his grandson as Pooh's voice.
Oh.
It is the cutest
Did you see?
thing.
Well, the follow-up to that, Disney put out an issue and charged him for using the Pooh voice.
Yeah. Find
his
the hell out of
voice.
him.
Yeah. I got an entire platoon of lawyers. I just wanted to let you know there's also a green solution washer fluid for bugs. We were talking about what's the best washer fluid to use on your windshield. I have my own. He makes it. He's a trucker, and he makes his own washer fluid. All you have to do is put Dawn dish soap in your reservoir.
Really?
The bugs will come off like nothing. Also, by the way,
you have to water it down, right?
That's why it goes in the reservoir. Yeah,
it goes in the reservoir. Yeah. Well, you can water it down if you'd like, just a little bit.
I think he's mixing it. Sounded to me like it was an additive.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't. So you don't just put the Dawn in there and it's all.
Yeah, a little sudsy.
little gooey there.
Yeah.
I don't see what's wrong with
might
just
gum up the works.
holding the bottle and opening your window and spraying it on the windshield from the cab. The Dawn.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the greatest thing you ever did?
we decided that both Chick and I are excessive windshield fluid users. I love that stuff.
I love it. My use was complained about by one Jeff Oskey. I don't know why, but he certainly did complain.
Did your thing shoot off right over the roof of your car?
It feels so good. Yeah. I think they have those. Some of those are adjusted so if you're driving at 60 miles an hour, the studies have shown that at a certain angle it will hit your windshield. If it's too low because of the speed. And
what do you say? You're suggesting that thing adjusts.
Hang on, I'm not done lying. Vortex.
Okay. Yeah.
And the the angle.
The parabolic.
They're probably somehow
Doppler effect.
Like a Bentley probably has that feature, the adjustable squirter thingy.
Anyway,
mine only squirts like over if it's been like 3 days.
Yeah, if you don't, that's why you have to use it every day.
Yeah,
use it or lose it. Oh, yeah, you can kill somebody with that stuff.
Also, I know you guys, I'll give you a chance to help me. I would like to start the new feature, Swap Shop. He says, I'm trying to sell a 1994 Ford Taurus, 240,000 miles, uses about a quart of oil a week, looking to trade for a three-wheeler and maybe some fishing poles.
Love Swap Shop.
There you go. P.S. There's a P.S., Tom. I haven't heard the slide whistle in Silac Insurance Companies commercials in a while. Did Tom finally shove that up Chick's ass? I'll hang up and listen.
I believe it's still over there.
Yeah, I do still have it over here, but it was given the look. There's 3 looks. There's the look, then there's the medium look, and then there's the look where I have to talk to him via text later about my tenuous position with the show. And that's what I got. So here I am, songs whistle.
Oh.
Very good, very good. If you're just joining us, hello. How are you? This is the Bob and Tom program coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We go back to our letter from Miss Heather, who new to the show, wanted to hear some
answers to questions,
background stuff about all of us. And her second question is, living or dead, who would you want to have lunch with today?
Let's go non-family members.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Would you want to go? Let's just go just deceased. How about that? Otherwise,
deceased?
Yeah,
my dad.
Yeah,
see,
but
that's not very fun.
No, but non-family members.
Non-family members that are deceased.
That's what he said.
And then you said, let's just go deceased.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Family members clarification and made it more universal.
It can't be one of your family members you want to have lunch with that are dead.
Yeah, that's what I said. All right.
For somehow he thought he'd lost control of the question, and he didn't at all. You need to clarify it, and he just said exactly the same thing.
I think when you open it up to living or dead,
I didn't.
Nobody did living or dead.
She did.
No, he didn't.
No, she did. I was trying to just.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Heather did.
Living or dead?
Yeah, living or dead, right there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Back to you. Who do you want to do? Living or dead? What person?
Lunch.
Do?
Not do. Have lunch with.
Oh, wait a minute.
Totally different.
There's an entirely different category. You're going to be eating her for lunch. No, that's not the cat. This category has gotten completely.
Am I paying or is the dead guy paying?
I'm going to say, oh boy, it's nerdy probably. I'd go Edgar Allan Poe.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
Why not?
That's interesting. Well, that's really interesting. Christy?
I have no idea.
John F. Kennedy?
No, why would I want to have dinner or lunch with John F. Kennedy?
Why do
Be
you?
a charming.
Why do you?
There might be a motel nearby. Or...
You said eat
Christy's
lunch,
positive
not do.
attitude with John Kennedy. I don't understand you.
Well, he's Catholic and he was handsome and he was
Camelot
president.
and yeah.
Like to convert, like to ragtop. Used to.
Banging women while his wife watched.
Pat?
Marlon Brando.
Really?
Ah, very interesting.
Good food, good wine, good talk.
Oh, a lot of food.
Yeah.
I bet you wouldn't remember the first thing you ate by the time you got to the end of the meal.
I just heard a very lengthy interview with Mike Love of the Beach Boys.
Oh God! Congratulations.
Were you strapped to a chair?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's fascinating. He's a really
He's fascinating.
He does not get the credit he
was
deserves.
nice to one of my kids, so now Mike loves him. Fascinating.
He does not get the credit he deserves. The lyrics,
narcissist.
The lyrics to songs like "Good Vibrations" and all that. If it weren't for the lyrics,
California Girls.
listen to one of Brian Wilson's solo albums. Tell me there's one good song in any of them, and get back to me.
Love and Mercy.
Oh, what a turd that is!
I have a tribute to Brian
wonderful
Wilson coming up.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Yeah,
Why'd you bring up Mike Love?
because he said he was asked who he met, and because he's met everybody. They've been famous since 1962.
Because he wears a Beach Boys hat that says "I'm Mike Love."
And he said Marlon. He said Marlon Brando was the one of the most interesting people he ever met. So Pat, you're in good company.
Yeah, I've heard really cool things.
Now we have a lot to get to today.
Well, I want to meet somebody.
What
How
about
about?
Chick?
I'm sorry.
Dick Cavett or Larry Gilbart. How about that?
Dick Cavett's still alive.
Yeah, I know. Oh well, you said alive or dead.
No,
She did. Yeah.
She did.
We got a fun little segment on our hands. And
Whatever you think, I did not do that on purpose. And Larry Gilbart was, he did.
he was the MASH guy, right?
Funny thing happened on the way to the forum. He was in the Sid Caesar writers' room. He did it all, man.
Yeah, true enough. Now, coming up, we do have some interesting news in the world of sports. We have Ozzy Osbourne in the news. We have an
He's
interesting.
still alive.
We have a
We're not
science.
going to hear audio from him answering a question, are we?
I'll make sure we do. We have a special Chick McGee request.
What?
Yeah, a special anniversary request we're going to get to on time, perhaps a little early. And there was something else I wanted to get mentioned. Oh, we have contemporary physics meets the Oreo cookie, and it's quite interesting.
Does it have to do with opening it, twisting it open, and the cream being on one side?
I did Google that afterward. I can probably find that.
Wow.
This story actually involves dunking.
Oh.
And it's really interesting. I know this sounds frivolous and pointless.
No.
But wait a minute. That's the object of this show.
All I know is if the bomb was filled with Oreo cookies instead of plutonium, it would. I don't know.
Hey, you know me, I want a T-shirt that says more plutonium. Oh, we'll get to that later. Watch the evening news. You'll know what I'm talking about. We got enough of it. We
can get you plutonium for $12.
Yeah, we can get rid of a little bit. Won't hurt anybody that I care about. Well, once again, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by the Silac Insurance Company. If you've been watching the stock market lately, and by the way, I recommend you don't. It's just a little bit, it's confusing. It goes up, it goes down. That's why I've never been able to pay attention to it. But if you're thinking about your future, and maybe you should, and you're kind of wondering, hey, when I retire down the road a piece, am I going to have any money coming in? Because is Social Security going to cut it? Perhaps you should think about something called an annuity. That's where the Silac folks come in to play. The folks at the Silac Insurance Company, experts in the world of annuities. What is an annuity? Well, it's a way to make sure that you've got money coming in when you retire, money coming in on a regular basis. And by the way, with an annuity from Silac, you can't outlive your money. So see what I'm talking about. See what a Silac annuity can do for you. Some restrictions apply. Learn more by going to SilacINS.com. That's SILAC. INS.com. An easy way, by the way, to get some information is just pick up your phone and call pound 250 and just say out loud lifetime income to get some information. That's pound 250. Just say lifetime income. Once again, Silac, SILAC, the Silac Insurance Company. Find out about a lifetime income for you. Pound 250 and say out loud lifetime income. An annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. Plan on it, live on it. Also coming up, well, we checked into the hotel and there was an alligator there. Whoops. We'll find out how that happened in Virginia from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Today we're going to do a cover, the only cover that we do.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The entire program, but we'd like to play something for you dedicated to something's been in the news this past week.
All right.
Look forward to it.
I think everybody's been surprised about it, and this is a song that explains how I feel about it.
Okay.
They're both ashamed of what they did. At least that's what the paper said. They walk all day because they're always on the prowl. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him doing them horse. They're both pros at what they do, and both require special shoes of each of their heads going down in the caddy. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him doing them horse. Neither of them's made a peep, and fire hydrants don't come cheap. Be careful when you're out there chasing tail. You could wreck your truck and cut your head, but the number one lesson ever said, no matter what you do, don't leave voicemail. Tiger and horse, tiger and horse. His wife called him, and the odds are pretty slim that you won't see him with any more horse.
Yay!
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Do you wear a thong, Miss Pat?
Is you out your damn mind? I have a hard time wiping. What am I gonna put a string back there for? Oh, God. You know what I did just discover? I just discovered the moisture wipes. I had the diaper wipes for grown people.
Of course, I use the wipe. Yeah,
Oh.
they're incredible. It's like a shower in the middle of the day. Yeah,
Oh my God,
I know what you're
they're
talking about.
so much easier because you know how when you wipe it and the tissue gets stuck? None of that. Everything is smooth.
What the hell? I'm talking about wet wipes.
We're talking
Tom.
about wet wipes. You use wet wipes?
On the baby's ass. I'm an adult. Sorry.
You should get them for the adults. They're great, Tom. I just discovered them. They're great for fat people.
You're getting a text. Well, anything else you'd like to share with us? Mr.
I'm going home. I'm going to Goodwill.
Okay.
To shoplift.
All right.
Shoplifting at the Goodwill.
I'm out.
I'm out. Bye-bye.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend and I were eating at the bar the other night, and the bartender was wrong about something on the menu and then made a mistake while we were ordering. My boyfriend made fun of him not once, but a few times. And then when he gave us only one dessert menu instead of two, my boyfriend said, well, I guess you weren't the valedictorian of your class. We got in a huge fight as I told him he was being mean and condescending. And he told me I was crazy. He was just being funny and making a joke. Should I drop this? I feel like he needs to know that this behavior is wrong.
Guy's a jerk.
Yeah, yeah, and his next drink is going to taste a lot like ass finger.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy, ass finger? That was Bowfinger. Bowfinger. Sorry, my fault. My fault.
Don't be rude to people
No,
that are.
that guy's an ass. Get out.
Especially when a guy's bully and they go, I'm funny. It's okay. You're crazy.
Nope, that bartender needs to take it. That's what you get.
Really?
That's
For
right.
being a bartender?
You're fair
That's what you
game.
get?
Get roasted for the rest of your life.
You want a tip or not?
You make an egregious mistake like only bringing one dessert menu.
Yeah, well,
what do you expect?
You deserve to be publicly shamed.
Damn right.
Going down. Yeah.
it's kind of. I think he's sort of thinking, hey, this is kind of they're a couple. It's kind of romantic here. You can share the menu, look at it together.
Yeah.
Plus, he doesn't want to crowd the bar with
You know
all
what I
that
think
paper.
happened?
agree.
This guy really did think he was just making a joke and being funny. He just came up. He just did it in a completely a-hole-ish way.
No, that or this guy's just a jerk. That's her boyfriend.
Well, but would she be dating a jerk, a guy who's a jerk all the time?
Maybe.
You can only
Probably.
fake it for so long.
That's probably why she was like, well, I want to tell him, because if he understands it, if he's just making a joke and he's like, oh, I didn't mean to, that's probably okay. But if he's like, what? No, I'm going to keep doing this for the rest of my life.
I'm going to.
You're right.
Josh, don't you have friends when they introduce you to their new girlfriend, you kind of want to pull her aside and go, get out. You don't know him yet. I do.
Oh, yeah.
How much do I tell her?
Yeah. I really recommend you do anything but go out with him. You know,
Won't listen
we
anyway.
all know that couple.
With the devil's voice, apparently.
Just before we went back to air,
we were talking with Theo.
Theo threw a new word at me, and
a new phrase.
I am not aware of this. There is something out there called the Lucky Pierre, which, well, Theo, you didn't really give me much information, but go ahead, flesh this out for me, literally.
It's something that I've heard that the kids are doing. It's
the kids would be you.
Yeah, you're a kid, huh?
Yeah, well, in this story, I'm not the kid in this one. It's if there's a threesome going on, which I enjoy.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Now, threesome. So threesome would be, say, you and two ladies.
Two ladies.
Yeah, me and two ladies.
Yeah.
However, if it's three fellas, then I've heard the term.
What?
Yeah, there's a thing. It's they used to call it the train back in the 70s, but
three guys.
If it's three guys
and no ladies,
and they call the guy in the middle the Lucky Pierre.
Do they now? I don't see that being all that lucky.
Lucky
or the manata. That's what I've heard it called as well.
There you go.
Oh man,
the manata.
I love it.
Lottery tickets you could win coming up on this show. That's right. Hoosier Lottery prize pack on the way. Details coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Look at me paying attention. There's Christy Lee. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Ace Cosby.
Hey.
We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I could have what might be the letter. I know it's the letter of the day, but possibly the listener, a letter of all time.
Okay, then when you're done with this letter, you got to remind me because I had something planned for this segment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, because I keep forgetting to do it.
Okay.
And I've got something planned for it's a special Chick McGee request.
Oh.
So, but go, you read your letter. Go ahead.
Dear Bob and Tom Show, you had a story about professional cuddling.
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah, it's one of those dumb filler stories.
A dumb filler story. Now people need a hug every now and then, Tom.
Yes, connection.
Come on, it's important.
You need to check out Cuddle Comfort.
Okay.
A nationwide organization of professional and amateur cuddlers. For the pros, it shows what they charge when available, whether they host or come to you. And Lee says, the writer from Boise, Idaho, by the way, I use the services of a professional cuddler, ...
Named Mitch Comstein.
It was very enjoyable.
Well, how nice.
Do they brush their teeth before?
I'm sure they're very hygienic.
Very, very professional.
Full disclosure, you don't do well with someone hugging you.
No.
Am I right on that?
Oh, yeah, germs, breath,
How did you
talking.
have kids?
What about a family member?
Well, that's different.
Well, I think...
obviously, number one, golden retriever. I think we all agree on that. No?
I love hugging.
Oh, no, golden. I don't know how they did this, but golden retrievers insist on hugging you. I don't know where it happened, or I'm glad it did, but man,
paws up on the shoulders.
They get right in there, boy. Yeah.
I mean, a dog cuddle, that makes sense, but someone coming over and...
like a stranger's.
People need it.
Yes.
There's scientific studies.
Oh,
I agree.
Touch is important.
I would like
Maybe if you got hugged more, you'd be happier.
I'd like to follow.
I'm as happy as this world allows a person to be, I think.
I'd like to follow up Christy's question with how'd you have kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're holding her by the ass.
Oh, yeah. Ivy League style. That's right.
That's probably what happened there.
I'm sorry. So this guy uses the services of a professional couple.
Yes, he does. And all he said was it was very enjoyable.
There you go.
That's sincere, succinct, to the point.
Okay.
Lee in Boise, Idaho.
I'm glad to hear it.
There you
and
go.
another Idaho.
Yes.
We got to get there.
We got to get to Boise.
Once again,
I can eat my weight in potatoes. What do you think?
Man, I love potatoes.
Let's just say you were, I don't know, it's Friday night about 11:30. You put a sign up at a gas station.
Right.
Free hugs and just stand there.
That's
People
different.
have done that.
I tell you what, I bet you'll end up on the local newscast.
I tell you, that person does that at Coachella. They're one of the most popular people there.
Oh, God, that'd be,
But that's like the perfect environment for that.
All the Molly and...
Yeah.
Booze and the Molly and
The only question is, can the crabs get through the alpaca homemade sweater?
If you saw an attractive woman standing in a street on a corner or something with a sign that said free hugs, you would not hug her.
Exactly. I would go, this is a trick.
A trick? Yeah. You think it's a trick?
Yes. I'm either gonna get robbed or
a decoy for
yeah.
We should show Tom the video of Kesha going up to Seinfeld and asking.
Right.
That's Tom.
If she can hug him. Yeah. And he doesn't recognize her. He doesn't. So he just thinks it's a kind of a goofy looking woman. And he, no thanks, no thanks.
Well, what I thought we would do is, since we keep forgetting to do this on time, I thought we would do Today in History right now, and I'm going to augment it just slightly. This Saturday will be June 21st. Is that correct? And if I'm doing the math right here, and we will not be on the air live on Saturday.
No.
So since we're going to miss that day, and I don't want to forget to do this, I got a nice letter here from Ryan pointing out that it's time for the replay of the famous Chick McGee meltdown. So without any further ado, to celebrate the weekend, we have this classic.
I got you.
But no Houston?
No Houston. Not according to this.
Hello there, Houston. Hello there, Houston.
Whatever. But he wants me to stop this. Don't do that. That's irritating. Don't ever make that noise again. I can't make Houston hello there noise. If you make that noise.
No, yeah. Stop fly whistling. People can't hear Houston and hello there.
Hatbox.
We're watching a show breakdown. Nervous breakdown.
June 21st,
By the show.
2018. June 21st, 2018. Houston. Hello there, Houston. Hello there. Houston.
I wish we did all a team of men in white scrubs come in and drag you off while you're just Houston. Hello there.
We're going viral. Sign up. Breaking away.
Yeah, and then they inject you. They inject you with something.
1936 Beatles. That's all. John Kennedy.
As they inject you, it's Houston. Houston. Hello there.
Happy summer solstice, everyone.
Zowie.
Now, I'm sorry. Now back to Today in History. This is for you, Pat Godwin. In 1682, who, as they say, founded Philadelphia?
Oh, jeez.
William Penn.
William Penn. I love when they say that. He founded Philadelphia. Of course, the natives who were living there going, wait, we're already here. Hey, you can't find this place. Who lost it? What if he ever considered calling it Philadelphia?
Oh, I hope he did consider that.
Because he was Pennsylvania.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
If it weren't for him, we'd have
after me.
We'd have New Jersey cream cheese. Although I didn't know this until recently. I think you told me this, Matt. Philadelphia cream cheese is not named after Philadelphia, Pennsylvania?
No, it's made in upstate New York, yeah.
There's a Philadelphia in upstate New York?
No, but that's made there, and they just called it Philadelphia cream cheese. Just made up some, It has nothing to do with Philadelphia.
I see. Well, speaking of products, on this date in 1815, Napoleon defeated at the Battle of Waterloo.
And ABBA was formed shortly
and the fine soda water line.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Waterloo, I'm a big fan. In 1873, Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for voting.
She paid in all hers.
Yes, exactly. Are they still making those?
I don't know.
I thought you were going to say, do they still have the vote?
The so-called butch buck, I believe they were referred to.
Your
circle of
your tiny sycophant circle.
Yeah, Tom, that's a great idea. Butch buck. Yeah. Yeah. Dyke dollars. Yeah.
Let's see. 1898, the first amusement pier opens in Atlantic City. Not a lot of games then, like whack-a-mole, and that's pretty much it.
I bet the bottle, knocked the milk bottles over with the ball.
Oh, yeah, I bet that was there.
They had the diving horse.
Yeah, and it was.
Do you think there was a guy like you there? That's not very amusing.
It was 1898. There was a guy like me there going, all right, I'll guess your disease. Step right up.
Let's see, the bleeding gums, the yellow eyes.
Radium poisoning. You're going to find out all about it. Yeah.
Let's see. Amelia Earhart becomes the first woman to fly across the Atlantic.
Great article on her in the New York Times. It's really good.
Yeah, rather enlightening.
Yeah. History got a lot wrong.
Yeah. And she flew across the Atlantic, Christy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Very.
There was a guy in her ear going, turn left. Oh, wait a minute. That was in the Pacific. Let's see what else is going on. Happy birthday, Paul McCartney. Does he still sing When I'm 64?
I don't know.
He was
Maybe.
born in,
Born
in 42. Yeah, he's 83 now.
Man.
Roger Ebert was born in the state in 1942.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah, oh yeah. Famous for the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be weird when they reviewed the movie Gladiator.
A little confusing. People die.
Yeah. And they give them a thumbs down, you see. That'd be, okay. We're going to wrap it up right there. Houston. Coming up, we have sporting news from Chick McGee.
And more letters.
We do indeed have your letters. If you want to get a hold of us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And this is coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, the Bob and Tom Show.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
I saw a billboard recently too that was kind of it was a billboard for a hospital, and then there was a picture of a smiling woman, and the caption read, "They didn't treat me like doctors, they treated me like friends." Like, well, it's great for her. I mean, she must have really good friends.
Yeah.
Me, when I have to go to the hospital, I want my doctors to treat me like doctors. Okay?
Yeah.
To hell with my friends.
Yeah.
My friends don't know how to treat me.
Yeah.
I had sunburn once. You know what my friends did? They slapped it.
Yeah. Sure.
When I told them it hurt, they just slapped it harder and more frequently.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
I want doctors who are going to properly diagnose my condition, not my friends who are going to tell me I have a fatal case of the queers.
Yeah.
I want doctors, all right?
Yeah.
Doctors who are going to bring me medicine, not beer that's been kind of peed in. I want doctors who are going to provide me with proper treatment.
What? You need new friends, pal.
Yeah, really.
What's this peeing in the beer routine?
Doctors who are going to provide me with proper treatment, not my friends who are going to shoot me with Roman candles as I struggle to get out of a hammock.
It's always funny on YouTube. Always funny.
When do you not struggle to get out of a hammock? I mean, is there an elegant way to get out of a hammock?
No, there isn't. No.
Especially when you're being pelted with Roman candles that are lit.
You gotta love that.
You do need better friends.
Yeah.
And you're weighing in at what, about 2 1/4?
Oh, you're very generous.
Yeah.
That's very kind.
About 245.
245, getting out of a hammock with Roman candles.
I'd watch.
Yeah, I'm in.
People did.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Wow.
Don't you bottom out on a hammock?
Hey, come on. Poor Josh.
Josh, we made you sit in the green room all morning.
Isn't that considered a picnic blanket at that point?
Wow.
Hi, man, it's Donnie Baker. Guess what? I saved up some money and bought this new badass spy camera. I swear to God I did. Check this thing out. Man, they got so much stuff in here. This is badass. I swear to God it is. You wouldn't think a radio station have so many pictures. Ah, look. It's Bob and Tom. Man, something about that don't look right. Let's see if we can make it better. One down. Perfect. Hey, Christy.
Hey, what are you doing here, Donnie? You're not allowed back here.
No, it's Homeland Security. I'm supposed to come back here and check you for humps today.
You're not going to get your hands on me.
Okay, if you don't like this one, how about let me use this one? You know, the touch of a wolf is a healing touch.
No.
Oh, better yet, how about fur on fur?
I puked on my dog once. That was
No.
That's
Are
pretty
you
bad.
kidding me?
Okay. This Olympic moment brought to you
Man.
Little Christy Lee, downhill slalom specialist,
the
once
20s.
puked on her dog.
Animal cruelty.
Puked on your dog.
the 20s were not good to me.
You know how to party.
No, and I had an Afghan hound. Do you ever?
Oh, man. You have to comb that out.
Yeah, she made the mistake of falling asleep on the side of the bed that day.
I never trusted those Afghanis. I'll tell you.
Wait a minute,
never
we're
did.
forgetting. The poor dog just laying there sleeping.
Looking at you with all that love in their eyes.
And it gets better.
Mommy's waking up.
It gets better.
A dog will lick it up.
Christy puked on her dog.
Do you know what my dog's name was when it gets better?
Ralph?
Occasionally, I will sing in my stand-up act if I'm talking about a particular band thing. Like right now, I have I kind of talk about the fact that Grunt STP is getting back together. Scott Weiland.
Yeah, sure.
So I kind of do a mild dancing impersonation of him to prove that you have to be on heroin to dance like that. And the fact that he's actually our generation's Keith Richards. If you've noticed, nothing will kill him. He's been kicked out of 2 bands because they thought he was going to die, and then he didn't die.
Right.
He's still alive. And I hear him, and they're like, whatever. Let's record another album. Who cares?
I like their music. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we can all agree that that grunge is the one good thing that AIDS gave us. I think you can pretty much argue that. To be really, nothing explains the biggest left turn in the history of music like AIDS, because it literally was like 1 week we were like, don't want nothing but a good time. AIDS, I seem to recognize your face. Pour some sugar on me. AIDS. Me. You tell a generation of 13-year-olds that sex equals death, you're going to have them going, I deny you.
fridge is spoiling because you didn't call the generator supercenter, and I told you to. Sorry.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Yes, a blanket apology. Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby. We are in the O'Reilly. Ohio and O'Reilly rhyme, kind of. No?
Not even close.
They begin with an
I
O.
said Ohio. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Well, you're
Studios.
From Ohio.
Proud of my
In your
state.
mind, you're
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Ohio. Yeah, you're in Ohio.
Okay. Tom and I are from Ohio.
O's on the end. What is it? O in the end, high in the middle?
Round on the end.
Oh, sorry.
High in the middle.
That makes much more sense.
High.
Now, we had our feature about the cuddling. I'm a professional cuddler. Yes. Oh, I'm telling you, if you take a sign that said free cuddles and stand at a gas station 11:30 on a Saturday night, you're going to either end up on a coroner's
Gas
table.
station that throws you off.
And the time of day. Come on.
That wouldn't be
park
professional.
during the day.
Yeah.
Nice park during the
You're
day with
going
a
to
lake.
end up on a coroner's table, is what he
That's
said.
what he said.
I don't buy this. I'm a professional cuddler. Really?
That's because you don't like to be touched.
Yes. And you're blessed to have people who cuddle you already.
They get paid in their own way.
Well, I'm just saying.
Roof over their heads, so to speak.
For those who lack physical touch, it is necessary.
You really
to thrive as a person.
You embrace that everything is a transaction, don't you?
Oh, that's because I call it facing reality.
Okay.
I made this observation recently. I was talking to the lady who was cutting my hair,
Yeah?
and I was saying,
What was that, like a 30-second conversation?
That's right. I don't have a a lot of hair.
Oh, you don't?
Hardy, har.
We had a complaint letter about your sideburns, by the way.
Okay, thank you. Was it from Kelly?
It could be.
But for a woman that's cutting hair, that's sometimes her clients. That's the only person that touches them.
That's right.
And in many cases, I think it's almost you get a relationship going. A certain person that I happen to know that is a hair cutting person who you know also was asked by one of her clients, "When I die, would you please do my hair?"
Oh, sure.
And she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that just shows how close you can get. But I mean, in many cases, people who do things like that, even personal trainers, they have to kind of be sort of like psychologists because it's sort of they hear people's problems, and sometimes it's the only person that touches them. It's kind of serious business.
Yeah, I got a win-win because my massage therapist went back to school to get her therapy degree.
That's important for a massage therapist to have.
I mean, psychological.
Right.
So now I can talk and get massaged at the same time.
Oh, you want to talk during yours?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh.
And this massage therapist hasn't taken herself out.
No. She's been my massage therapist for 30 years.
Helps with that.
That's why she went to school.
Yeah.
You think I could get an appointment with her? This is Christy's husband, Andy.
How's it going? How's it going, Andy?
I don't think Andy's ever had a massage. We talked about that.
I don't remember what I've had or hadn't had.
Why don't you give him one?
Everything's a blur.
You've been getting so many massages your whole life. Why don't you know how to do it? Why don't you give him one?
I would if he wants one, sure.
Here's what you do: you cover your cover your body in oil.
Oh, you mean I give him one?
Yeah.
And then crawl all around him like a panther.
Really?
A sexy panther. And,
I am not
make
going
the-
to a freak-off party.
Grab his buttocks.
A lot of baby oil.
Yeah.
God, that'd ruin your sheets, wouldn't it?
Here's what you do. Just order a case of baby oil. And don't say anything about it. It just shows up at the house.
A ditty's worth.
Yeah.
And you could go, hey, hon, can you open that box? I forget what I ordered.
I believe I haven't read too much about the case, but I believe if you want a ditty's worth, you're going to need a forklift.
Yeah, there are pallets involved.
Yeah, that's very, very serious. We have to get involved in the world of sports. We have Chick McGee right over there. I can see him. What's happening?
The Florida Panthers. Stanley Cup champions. They're repeat winners. They beat the Oils last night. Edmonton Oilers 5-1 in Game 6 of the final. They're the NHL's first back-to-back winners since Tampa Bay in 2020 and 21. And the third team to do it this century. Sam Reinhart scored 4 of the 5 goals, including the Cup clincher. The Panthers have won 11 of 12 playoff series since Matthew Tkachuk arrived by trade, and Paul Maurice, the funniest coach in the National Hockey League, took over as coach in the summer of 22. Connor McDavid again denied the first title of his career for the Oilers in his second consecutive final. Canada's Stanley Cup drought has reached 32 years.
That really is surprising.
Right? Yeah.
That's not fair.
Sam Bennett has won the Conn Smythe Trophy as playoff MVP after the Panthers scored their repeat Stanley Cup winner. They knocked Edmonton goalie Stuart Skinner. They took him out of the game. So it was
amazing
a big win for the Panthers.
How many teams are named the Panthers? It's
Carolina in the NFL.
Yeah, very popular. A lot of high schools.
Florida Panthers.
Certain political organizations.
Socio-political, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Eldridge Cleaver, Huey Newton.
Everybody gone from the Black Panthers?
Angela Davis might be still alive.
Are there new Black Panthers?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, how long can they call themselves the new Black Panthers? Isn't that the Federal Trade Commission?
Yeah.
They ruled on that?
Right.
You got your Pink Panther, Christy.
Yeah. I just watched that the other night. I hadn't seen the Pink Panther movie in quite a while.
Oh God, I love some of those.
I do too.
the scene where he gets on the parallel bars.
Oh, it's all coming back to me now.
Oh, so funny.
So funny.
That's right. I forgot he says
Is that the
He
second
swings.
one?
It's all coming back to me now.
Right down the slope. That's one of the greatest sight gags.
If you haven't seen it, he hops on these parallel bars. And he does a quick thing, and when he dismounts, he doesn't see that there's a stairwell next to him, and he just completely disappears.
Right.
I'm sure the guy who did that stunt is probably dead.
Oh,
Didn't they give Blake Edwards a special Oscar, and he came on in a wheelchair and
So funny. Yeah.
crashed into.
He comes out in this electric wheelchair, and he looks completely addled, and then it goes haywire, and he shoots across the stage, and then just walks out fine. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to the Florida Panthers.
Yes.
Could we let's give it back to Canada? What do you say? You know, the Stanley Cup has an interesting situation. Christy, I'm sure you're aware of this.
Tradition, if you will.
Yeah, there you go. Each player in the team is allowed to have it for a certain period of time.
Correct.
But I believe it comes with an escort. Is that correct?
I'm not totally sure on that. I've heard yes and I've heard no, so I don't know.
Josh, has it been broken before?
It's been. It got dented not that long ago.
Yeah.
They dropped it when they were.
Because the guys who present it still, they wear the white gloves and everything. It's like, 1 week from now, there's going to be Heineken or Labatt's being poured into that.
Yeah.
God knows what.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have been incidents. I know it's been fished out of the bottom of a pool.
Really? Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And
How big is it? It's pretty tall.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's big. I
Pretty
forget
heavy.
exactly what the weight is.
4.5 feet. Something.
But it's
Pretty heavy, I would
too.
think.
When they skate around, that's all adrenaline, pretty much. Well, they're also world-class athletes, but yeah.
Now, can you name the most famous trophies?
Oh, it wasn't like the major sport?
Yeah, major. What do you think the most famous ones are? The America's Cup.
I think the Lombardi and the
Wimbledon
Stanley
But
Cup.
the Lombardi came late, though.
Well, still, I think more people would know that than
Borg Warner, probably.
Borg Warner for the Indy 500. That's certainly one of the most interesting trophies because it's modified with every winner's face put on it.
You count the green jacket? If you show somebody that, most people know why you have that.
What do they give the golfer to take home? Like,
I don't know.
Do they give him a
No,
plate?
they give him. He can't take the green jacket home. But he gets a little miniature green jacket.
A little keychain, a little green jacket koozie
with a little puppet.
He can put his fingers through the armhole.
I'm Phil Mickelson.
I'm the big Masters winner.
Is there only one green jacket?
Yeah, one for every.
No. They get
pass
their
it around.
own. But
They keep them in a
No.
They have a special
closet.
Stays closeted.
They keep them on at Augusta.
Yeah.
You can't take them. Yeah.
I would say the Heisman Trophy. Now, the Heisman Trophy, does everybody get one to keep?
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I would
Probably
think.
a little one.
I don't know.
Well, remember,
I'm asking.
OJ had his Heisman.
Yeah.
Like the actual size.
Okay, so that's one you get to keep.
I think Reggie Bush, I know he got his back, but and they might have, just here you go. Sorry.
Any other?
I think the Stanley Cup is the most famous cup ever, I think.
I would think America's Cup is probably older, right?
Now,
I don't know what the America's Cup looks
sailing.
like.
It's for
I know
nothing.
what it is.
It's a zero interest
But I don't know what it looks like. What is the America's Cup look like?
If it weren't for sailing, none of us would be here.
Okay, but what
Now,
does the America's
there's a little bit of a problem with this. Josh knows where I'm going.
Go ahead, Christy.
Stop me.
No, I give up.
Stop me.
Can't argue with that.
Hey, I have the dimensions on the Stanley Cup, and it weighs 35 pounds.
Oh, okay. Lighter than I thought. I thought it was closer to 50.
And
a water softener.
36 inches tall. I thought it was much taller than
I did
that.
too.
I don't know. I would have guessed 5 feet tall.
It seems massive.
Well, if it was 5 feet tall, you couldn't pick it up.
I would have get. I get it that it's not 5 feet tall.
You just said you thought it was 5 feet tall.
Yes, I know, and I'm admitting that I was wrong. I was mistaken. But no, you have to hammer it home. How ridiculous thinking that it was 5 feet is. You bastard.
It's not a matter of being a bastard. It's a matter of being ignorant.
In 1892, the original name for the Stanley Cup was the Dominion Challenge Cup.
So funny.
And it was a bowl, only 7.28 inches tall. In 1924, the trophy changed into the 3-foot statue. I thought it was 5 feet, Tom. Did you hear?
Yeah.
And to allow room for an inscription of each year's championship team. According to the NHL, this was to prevent players from carving their names into the cup themselves, as some had done.
They had to just go, all right, we're just going to have to do this.
All right, you bunch of Canadian maniacs.
Hooligans will do this.
But at least I like the cups and as opposed to the.
I'm gonna look up the American.
I don't
Me
like
too. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah,
I like the Wimbledon plate. I do
too.
I'm a big fan.
That's cool.
Don't like the plates.
They can hold
You
it
don't
up.
like the
What are you
plate.
gonna do? No,
Dang, it's
what are
real
you?
nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can fill the Stanley Cup with champagne and drink it. You can't. Well, we got nachos.
Yeah.
Pass the nachos on the Wimbledon plate.
There's a lot going on this.
That's the Wimbledon tradition.
Nachos?
Nachos. That's right. After you win on the Wimbledon plate.
Not bangers and mash.
No.
Right now, the tradition of listening to this program with great audio from Raycon earbuds is continuing. Thank you.
Exactly right. And Raycon's everyday earbuds have been improved. Premium audio that goes where you go. Raycon's latest model, better than ever. 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. You can pair 2 devices at once. And Raycon's quick charge function, just 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery. And they also come with active noise cancellation. Raycons start at just half the price of other premium audio brands and available in a variety of vibrant colors. Royal blue, deep red, cool mint, forest green, blush violet, and Raycon has a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy, although I'm not aware that policy's ever been used. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom right now and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. 15% off the Raycon updated everyday earbuds. But you have to go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Christy,
The America's Cup is an ugly trophy.
It's big.
It's big. It's been added on to because of all the yachts, but
And I don't like that it can be sponsored. It's the Louis Vuitton America's Cup right now.
Really?
Good. How
is
tacky.
there a big LV on it?
Tacky. Tacky.
Yes, if only it had been something classier. For example, it could be Gucci.
It looks like a picture. Have you seen it?
No, show it to me. Oh, wow, that is weird.
Yeah.
It's huge, though.
Yeah.
Look at this lady holding it.
Now, does anybody else have the jacket thing like the Masters?
Yeah, well,
because I know in the beginning, the Masters, it was a slightly different color of green, and you got a 2 pairs of pants and a reversible vest.
oh, nice.
Which I thought was...
yes, yeah.
You didn't really want an answer. You just
That's not true.
The World's Masturbatory Cup has, the World's Masturbatory Contest is a jacket, naturally.
Of course.
There you go.
Let me tell you something. You
Hey,
meant well.
Take your take your hat and jacket off. No. We're going to try to get the jokes in order here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, where this remains the Bob and Tom Show.
You ever put your nuts on an anthill?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Me and my buddies used to do that. We do anthill rides. Whoever could stay on the longest. Get your nuts out, ride an anthill.
See, these are the advantages to growing up in New York.
Yeah.
That never came up. There's a few activities in the big city. We never got to the point where, you know something, I'm going to just drop my nuts on the anthill for an hour.
Yeah. Maybe
and the great thing about New York is if you did drop your nuts on an anthill, no one would notice. They're just like, would
Have you seen the crazy guy on the anthill over on 3rd? Oh, yeah, he's nuts, isn't he? Yeah.
Wow. It's dangerous, though. One year they swelled up to look like a sack of kneecaps.
Kneecaps, you say?
Nice. We play gay chicken. You ever play this?
Gate chicken?
Probably not. Gay chicken.
Oh, gay chicken.
Hold on. Have you ever asked that question and got a yes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, gay chicken, yeah.
I was in a gay chicken league for 6 years.
Chicks played it. I could tell.
Darn right.
I could tell he's got soft hands.
Love the gay chicken.
He's got soft hands.
Why do I think I don't want to know how this works?
I don't want to know.
Oh, no. It's a real chill game. It's, you stand there, you and your buddy stand there, you hold on to each other's penis.
Right.
Okay? And the first person to let go is gay.
That's right.
I see.
Gay chicken.
So, in other words, you guys.
Now, if you look them in the eyes, you get a warning.
There's a lot of hand washing in this game.
If you look them in the eyes, you get a warning.
Welcome to a new show called I've Never Been That Bored.
There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just going to say it. Kay, it's over. We have to break up. I'm breaking up with you. I have met somebody else. It's just better for me. Java House, peel and pour pods. I mean, you peel, all right? You pour the Java House cold brew into a cup of hot water, and in less than 10 seconds, voila. Amazingly smooth, barista quality. You don't have this. And you're a lot of work. Frankly, it shouldn't be this much work. I've stuck by you, you know that. When you were broke, it's not easy to say, but I just have to tell you, you're gross. Java House offers me so much more, not just coffee, teas, energy drinks. I appreciate you taking this as well as you are. I was worried you'd be all steamed up about this. That's disappointing. Perhaps I gave you too much credit. It's over, and I'm keeping the cats.
Java House, amazingly smooth cold brew coffee. Enjoy barista quality coffee in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. It's effortlessly easy. In fact, the hardest thing about Java House, well, that'll be figuring out which one of their many great beverages to try next.
You don't have to watch this.
Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob Biggerstaff. Are there a lot of
Biggerstaff
Biggerstaffs?
is my last name.
Yeah.
It's a German name. It means probably going home alone tonight.
Do you get the porn jokes with that one?
Always.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Is your middle name looking for a?
You know what? I was doing...
Looking for a, that
Bob
looking for a Biggerstaff.
I wish you had a.
That wouldn't be good.
I wish
I got it.
Wish I had a.
Get this. I'm doing a show a couple weeks ago. Girl comes up to me after the show. She's like,
wow.
Yeah, hot chick. Amazing.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Play along.
Yeah. Then what happened?
She's like, Biggerstaff. She goes, that's my last name too. And she shows me her license. right? She's like, we've got to be related. She's like, we're going to party tonight.
Oh, yeah?
And one of the other comedians is like, hey, man, I think you got a shot with her. I'm like,
long lost.
I don't know. You know, when the conversation starts with "we've got to be related," probably not going to end with me having sex with her.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm going to try.
Sure. Yeah, because you're a guy.
Sure.
Right.
I know how these things end.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Yeah, first cousin or not.
Yeah.
that's a myth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Roy Wood Jr., you are a junior, obviously.
Yes.
When you went into showbiz in the beginning, you had the option of going with Roy Wood or going with the Roy Wood Jr.
I started in '98, and that was like the back end of the Def Jam boom and the comic view boom for black comedy. So every black comic was named after food or their name was a verb. Give it up for tripping.
Tripping?
Tripping. You know, he be tripping.
If I trip, then I'm tripping.
Give it up for Slappy. I didn't want to be that.
Wow. I'm not
Slappy Wood Jr.
I often give it up for Slappy.
Come on, Slappy Wood.
And I mean,
Slappy Wood.
Yes. So all those.
Speaking of porn names.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin, Christy Lee. I'm Chick McGee.
Hello.
We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah, go on without me. I'm looking for some.
All right.
I have a letter.
All right.
Here's Josh with a letter.
We have, we've been getting some questions regarding us and maybe our preferences, our lives.
Minutia.
They're kind of conversation starters, really.
Yeah, details, right?
Well, here's one. If this is a question for the men, and Christy, you'll know why after you hear it.
Okay.
How long is your penises?
Oh, no.
No, that's not.
If all of you were stranded on a desert island together, who would be the first to go gay?
No, I think
the reason that Christy's not involved is because the answer would be her. She would look at all of us and go, I'm now a lesbian.
Everybody stays away from me.
Yes, yeah. So I don't, I'm going to guess Godwin.
Godwin?
Why? Because I'm so pretty.
Yes.
See, there you go. I think there we go. Signed, sealed, delivered. Answer over.
I would have thought it was you because you're so adventurous with your sexuality and very open.
Yeah, and you're very about that's a bundle of nerves.
Besides, that's what you told
just
me in the hallway.
inside your back door. Yeah.
No. We wouldn't have to be stranded on a desert island for me to go gay with any of you. We could be stuck in a traffic jam.
I would think it would be Tom as much as he talks about butts.
Oh no, this is a scared straight.
Oh, really?
That's why. Yeah, that's why I'm not. That's why I don't want to go to prison. That's why I don't speed.
Ace, do you think you would be? No. No?
I'm prison gay, but not desert island gay.
Really?
Yeah, desert
Anything to
island.
stay alive in prison, right?
Yeah, well, but see, Pat's the only one who's been in jail.
In all honesty, I don't think any of us would.
Desert island gay implies a commitment. You're going to be there.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I don't. I think we would all just kind of go our separate.
I mean, that'd be a relationship.
We'd have
wouldn't
a coconut tree. All right.
That's mine.
We'd have a cave, or we would take care of ourselves.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I think we would. I think we would invent things and then like maybe, hey, have you seen what you can do with a coconut?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tom did a really nice drawing of a buxom woman in cave number 6.
You guys remember the joke?
Made the hole too big.
A guy's plane goes down, and he's got it's him and some animals. It's like some sort of agricultural plane or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so he gets it goes down. The only survivors are him and this pig. And they're on the desert island. And he goes, well, after a little bit of time, he goes, that pig's starting to look pretty good. Mm-hmm. I better see what I can do here. And he goes over. Can't get a hold of the pig to do what he wants to do with it. The pig just throwing a fit, oinking, going crazy. He's like, man, if only I could. He keeps trying night after night to get a hold of this pig. Well, all of a sudden, one morning, this beautiful, blonde, woman washes up on shore.
Wow.
And he goes, finally. And she's like, hi there. And he goes, look.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor? Could you hold that pig?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, things really change when you eat too many coconuts. I think. Well, welcome back. This is the Bob and Tom program. Let's move forward here. Are we still doing the sportscast? I forgot.
Do pigs run away?
What do you mean?
If they're not fenced in? I drove by on my way home from work the other day, and there was just a pig in this person's yard, and there was no fence.
Where the hell do you live?
She lives in like 8 counties over, as you know.
The pig and the chickens were just right there, like by the road. It was so weird.
That'll do, pig.
Oskay knows what I'm talking
Electric
about.
fence,
He knows
maybe?
exactly what I'm talking about.
Or maybe they do just stay where they know the food is.
I know
They don't
really
cross a road?
they're really smart. I wonder if you can use that dog.
Oh, maybe he has an invisible fence?
I don't know, but I know that works for some dogs. Maybe it works for pigs.
I don't know.
They say pigs are really smart.
This pig was right there.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know any more about them because I do enjoy pulled pork. I don't want to start feeling guilty about it.
Bacon.
All right.
Oh, bacon! Oh my God!
I was a little stunned. I thought, what's keeping that pig in there?
I know there's right up here where they're putting that new walkway. There's roosters in that guy's yard all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, the guy has chickens too, and they just are right there in the yard. I don't know.
How do people own roosters don't get complaints every morning from their neighbors? Or they ain't going.
They do.
Yeah.
Damn. No.
It's all day long. It's not just the morning. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
They're confused.
WNBA last night, Caitlin Clark had 20 points, 6 assists, and 4 three-pointers. And the Fever beat the Connecticut Sun in Indianapolis 88-71, a physical game that got a little chippy at times. Here's some of the highlights here. If you turn up the there we go.
There's a lot of contact.
Oh,
Jesus.
Got punched in the face. Caitlin got punched in the face right about here.
Ew.
Boom.
Scrape across the face.
Yeah, she was elbowing her. This is the best thing to happen to the WNBA.
It's like a soccer fall.
It's rough for Kayla. She's a target, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But this is
later
getting
in the game, there was a real fight.
This is getting like WWE action. I went to one of these games over the weekend. It was great. Tremendous presentation. Just really well done. They of course I mentioned they have a Gatling gun T-shirt cannon. Not to take anything away from the action of the court was amazing too, but I'd never seen the Gatling gun T-shirt cannon.
You've not been to a college game? What do you?
No.
Okay.
I had not. But it's wonderful, and we are getting a regular. I want a single shot T-shirt cannon. I put Miss Hooker on that for our next appearance.
Okay.
I don't know why you're.
Congratulations. No, I can't wait to use it. I don't know if I'll be chucked out on this particular armament, but I hope to.
Yeah.
Shoot T-shirts into the crowd.
So much. So
I can't
cool.
wait.
I do worry that when they land near the balconies, I might get a little concerned that someone's going to be going for it and
fall over.
Fall over the edge. That's been happening a lot at certain other venues.
Conor McGregor once again making news for the wrong reasons throughout the years. Of course, McGregor in altercations, both professional and private. Over the weekend, he was apparently caught on video punching a man in the face at something called the Ibiza nightclub.
Man, this guy has something wrong with him. I mean,
he's got to stay home.
Anger management issues.
Yeah, at least.
Yes.
He's 36 years old, struck a man in the Pacha, P-A-C-H-A nightclub on the Spanish party island of Ibiza while drinking on Tuesday morning. The fighter seen talking to a man on the club's dance floor before putting his arm around the guy's shoulder from a platform above, and they continue to chat, and then all of a sudden, McGregor punches him in the face. You can see where the circle is right in the back there. You can hear the music. Boom, boom.
Oh, man.
And it does take him 2 punches. It should be. I think the next part is closer up, I believe.
But it looks like it's.
There we go. They're talking. And then bang, bang. Yeah.
I'd like to know what the guy said to him.
Yeah, but don't you sue the hell out of McGregor?
Of course, yeah.
I'm at least
I think
settling.
so. I think so. Yeah. But
I'd still like to know what he said to him.
No, the guy's got brain lesions or something. I'm serious.
He does have something.
You're probably
going on.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ergo, don't say,
Just call him a pussy.
Yeah. This is why guys like this have to have bodyguards, because some guy comes up, hey, you're kind of short. Bet you're not that tough. Boom.
Bet you can't fight me. Oh! Clearly something was said to annoy him, and he reacted in a bad way. There you go, Tom. And that's sports.
And you're in a nightclub, everybody's all boozed up. We have nightclub news coming up.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, hello again. These are the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and this is the Bob and Tom Show. And that was the Chick McGee Sportscast.
That's right, award-winning.
Thank you very much. We're going to head over that way. Oh, wait a minute. You know what we should do?
What?
Pat's got a new song. A couple of them, actually. Would you mind doing one of the new ones for us? Pat's next project will be coming out soon. Do we have a date on the arrival of the Dry Bar Pat Godwin comedy special?
We don't. It's there. It's up to them now. It may take them 4 months.
And the title is now?
Identity Crisis.
Oh, okay. Pat Godwin, Identity Crisis.
Yeah.
Okay. And we look forward to seeing it soon.
Good.
You don't like
I was hoping we had a date.
Tom,
well, how about we just, Pat will let you know when they
give me a date.
I was just stalling because he didn't have his guitar.
I think the bigger question is, what do you think of the title, Identity Crisis?
He doesn't like it.
It's fine.
You like Steal My Identity better or Patty G Rated? I mean, I can...
Steal My Identity is one of your songs.
Yeah, but that's why
Identity Crisis has been used a lot. Personality Crisis, the famous New York Dolls song. I'm sorry.
Famous New York Dolls song.
Oh, yeah, we can all hum it.
That's an oxymoron. There's no famous New York Dolls song. None. Zero.
Yeah, he talks about the Clash not getting radio play.
Yeah.
And then he references the famous New York Dolls.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, this will work now.
It will work.
All right,
You're good.
My son is 14. He may not make it to 15. Has hair under his arms and becoming quite mean. I remember way back when he was my best friend. Such a kind heart, riding with me in the go-kart. He never showers now, and I have to remind him to brush his teeth. As for his unmade bed, I'm afraid to look underneath. He won't empty the trash can, grunts like a caveman. His hair's the messiest I've ever seen. I don't like 14. He won't leave the room now, always on his devices, watching YouTube and ordering DoorDash in spite of what the price is. He refuses to go to the pool, says hanging out with me ain't cool. And if that door's locked, I better knock, 'cause my son is 14. I'm an older dad in my 60s. I ask him when I'm gone, are you gonna miss me? He mumbles, what did you say? With a look that says, go away. What's a father to do? Friends tell me I gotta wait till he's nice again at 22. My son is 14.
Oh, very good. Please knock. Thank you very much. Now, coming up in the news, give me the teaser, Christy Lee.
We have a lot of coffee news, ladies and gentlemen. We have Aussie DNA in the news. And what is the sexual thing you would never do again? Something sexual you would not do again.
Okay.
Tried it, didn't like it.
Sex with one of the ex-wives. Just kidding.
Do you mean all of them in this room or just yours?
I think all of them in the room, I would think.
Yeah.
Right.
Would have been really awkward if you'd said just mine. No. Thank you very much. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Tell the story again. And I always love the story about when you and Cheryl were playing, and the day that you finally, the day that she quit playing one-on-one against you.
You mean when I finally beat her?
Yes.
This is Reggie's sister,
a couple
of course.
years ago.
She wasn't going to play anymore.
Well, when I sent her shot into my mom's rose garden, we started playing horse.
Right.
But you got to remember, Cheryl was always 2 to 3 inches taller as we were growing up. So I started to catch her in height my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So up until that point, Cheryl dominated me. But she dominated everyone, though. I don't feel so bad.
Didn't she score how many did she score that one night? You scored, what was it?
45.
45.
50.
She came in and.
You know, I'm gloating. Because we had played in the away gym. She had played at the home gym. So my dad was with her at their game, and my mom was with me. So we get in the car. Hey, I had my best game ever. 40, 45 points. Strider started. Strider, what did you do tonight? And she looked at my dad and kind of looked down. My dad's like, oh, she had a pretty good game. I was like, oh, yeah, but I bet it wasn't 40, 45. No, she had a really good game. Well, what's really good? She had 105.
By herself?
I'm like, the team scored 105? No, son. Cheryl scored
105 points.
I bet that record still stands.
I believe it does. They beat that team 179 to 12.
God.
The point guard, which is still a record, had 39 assists. I mean, it was like crazy numbers.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance. Hi, man, it's Donnie Baker. Guess what? I saved up some money and bought this new badass spy camera. I swear to God I did. Check out this bad boy. See, I've got some Velcro here that I can put it right on my tap-out cap. Keep it right here on the side. Nobody would ever notice. They'll just think it's like a pacemaker or inhaler. Plus, I've got full coverage connected right here to my pager. So between these two things, I'm basically like a Navy SEAL or a coal miner. Except now my head's above water. Check this out. Hey, Chloe, I'm Donnie Baker with the Bob and Tom Show. I'm one of the sound guys. I need to put one of these lavender microphones on you just to make sure we can. You should run this anywhere you want to. I'm a big fan of 24. Hey, is Martin Sheen's son really full-blooded Cherokee, or is that just a rumor or bourbon legend? Is that? Here, maybe we should go this end first. Hey, yeah, it's a lavender microphone. It's just
what the hell are you doing?
I'm putting a lavender.
You've got a restraining order. You're not even supposed to be.
That's a different permit. That's a different. I'll be right back in a second. That's a different.
He doesn't work.
I was that close.
Get.
Doug Stanhope is with us. Let's see, we've established a few things. Doug is a single man, but he's living with a woman in
sin.
Her name is Bingo.
Her nickname, yeah.
They live in, is it Bisbee?
Christy felt the need to.
You know, I get a great bingo story, but I like her. She's got a really
careful,
conservative side of our family that listens to your show, and I have a great story, and I can't tell it.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, she's very nice. We have met Bingo. She's very nice.
Yes, she's very nice.
And
we did a charity poker event in Miami last week.
This is the card game.
Yeah, with porn stars and me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you hear poker.
Doug's naked a lot. Did I mention that?
You hear poker. No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Those days are over. Yeah.
Okay.
I bloated up when I quit smoking. I just,
You got all achy?
Yeah, I get all bloated and fat, and I try not to be naked as much as possible. I'm sure Chick can feel me on this one.
Oh, yeah, I feel you, brother.
Anyway, the only point of my story is if you're going to If you're going to have a threesome in a sleazy Best Western in Miami with a giant pile of stepped-on blow with Ginger Lynn, do it in 1983. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about last weekend.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Didn't work out well.
She's nearing 50.
Hey, wait a
Things I
minute.
should have done as a kid. You know, why did I finally do this now?
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning.
Hello.
And we are joined in the studio by our guest comedian, Clinton Jackson.
See, I got the name of two presidents, right?
I was just
thinking about that.
Yeah, that's the way people don't. Yeah, see, Bill Clinton and Jesse Jackson. Boom. Just wanted to scare a few people.
Oh, man.
Now, Clinton, I was told that you were part of a comedy festival in Aspen.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, I was.
Now, do you ski?
No, I do not. All the other comics went, and they asked me to go, and I said no. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to be out there, you know, leading the pack, looking like Hootie and 100 blowfish. On a hill.
Bravo.
I did not ski.
When you become the Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So, for clarity's sake, Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal.
Yeah! More or less. Get it? More or less.
Woo! Party!
BIE are the beer brewery for a special dose of our beer.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's a show. Josh Arnold, Pat Godwin, Christine Lee, Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Hello, Tom.
I was thinking about that story you had about Conor McGregor.
Yeah, punching a guy in a bar. Yep.
Isn't that place pronounced Ibiza?
Is it Ibiza?
I think it's spelled.
It's spelled Ibiza.
Yeah, but I think I heard someone say Ibiza.
You know, that's the only fat tongue word I can think of. Maybe Mrs. Jones. Maybe.
You mean? Oh, I see. So, like, in other words, if a Z was always pronounced that way, it would be a zebra instead of a zebra.
It would be a zebra.
So, okay, so you'd talk like Opie in The Music Man.
Although
the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming.
Remember, he just yelled at us for "I'm not living in the 50s." Remember that? It's zebra, by the way.
Oh, you're a zebra man?
Oh, really?
That's why they say it.
Now, I'm a zebra all the time unless we're talking about zebra cakes.
Oh.
Those are
Little
some reason-
Debbie's.
That's the reason about the line, huh?
You know what
Oh, yeah.
you do with a zebra cake? You microwave it for like 10 seconds.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be true.
No,
Didn't I just blow your mind?
Zebra cake in mind.
how about the ABCs? Do you end with a Z or a Z?
I'll be honest, making preparations right now.
You gonna
to
shift?
switch to Z.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Instead of Z.
we got a Canuck in our mix.
Oh,
Mixed.
yeah. We say mixed.
Yes, yeah, not mixed.
And then are you going to start doing all your temperatures in Celsius?
Well, possibly. I'm trying to get the formula in my head.
Remember the brief romance that American broadcasting had with Celsius?
I was right there on the front lines,
Yeah,
pal.
we're in the trenches.
We
I
had
tried
the little,
to teach it in school all the time.
And we had
in the
chart
70s.
on the board.
And all the weather TV people would be doing both.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And finally, clear heads prevailed, and we realized this is America. We're doing it our way. Go to hell.
I got pretty good at it when I lived in Korea because it was all Celsius. And the Canadians I worked with were all Celsius.
I don't understand Celsius.
So
if you say it, it's meaningless
What's
to me.
30 degrees Celsius?
I have no idea.
So hot.
That is hot.
See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I refuse to learn. Sorry.
Yeah, 30 is like 90 Fahrenheit.
I think you're right.
But now they're doing it in track and field.
Huh?
Meters?
Oh.
Yeah, there's no metric.
yeah, that's been like
no metric.
It's been like that forever.
It shouldn't be. There's no metric mile.
You got to keep that
Got to keep what? You got to keep up with the commies? That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do?
30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
No idea. Don't care.
Stop airing my political leanings. I have a letter here. We were talking barbershops yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And and Alan, one of the guys who does something behind the scenes.
He has the capability of turning off your microphone right now.
So many people.
He and I were discussing barbershops and how, except for in like black communities, the barbershop is kind of we long for the days of going to a barbershop and hanging out.
Right.
Again, still alive and well.
Now, Alan's dad was a barber.
Yes, yeah. And I kind of wish I could go to a place like that.
My ex-father-in-law was a barber, and his shop was like that. It was in downtown.
Did they have?
First of all, nobody.
Did they have porno and
he had
gambling?
porn, he had beer. You could buy tickets
is
there.
Just a barber. Okay.
Yeah.
Bookie.
Well, that's what this letter is about.
Mm-hmm.
Yogi writes in. He says, I used to frequent Sam's barber shop as a very young boy. My mom would give me 30 cents for a haircut. And occasionally, Sam, the barber, would give him back a nickel that he could go spend at the store next door. Isn't that nice?
That's very sweet.
Well, we were walking by one afternoon, and I commented, oh, it looks like Sam is closed. My mother said he would be out for 10 to 15. I said, minutes? She said, years. Apparently, the feds arrested Sam for selling stolen guns in his store. I never saw him again.
I'm glad it went that way.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
He was the guy.
Yeah,
You can get anything at a barbershop.
And there was back in the day, and I guess there's some of these out there now. I mentioned this the other day. They have that array of hair tonic. Mm-hmm. It looks like you're walking into a high quality bar that has 15 bourbons, scotches, gins, etc., and the different colors, the beautiful bottles. They would have 30 things of hair tonic. I never used any of it. I don't know who did. But
I'm gonna have to ask my
mom. It was weird.
Who Glenn, my dad's barber, who he was, because we would go there. My dad would get a haircut, and then we'd hang out. And I wonder if Glenn was an old Vietnam guy or. But man, did
he take bets? Was it a bookie joint?
All I know is I loved going there. I loved the smell. I loved that these old guys were hanging out, and
it sounds.
I loved playing with the cigarette machine.
He ran guns, Tom. That's what he did.
But that's the thing. I got to find out what else Glenn was up to.
Roy Wood Jr. has a great story about his dad and about the barber shop, and it's very worth.
Oh, in black culture, it's
huge.
Yeah,
it's worth looking up.
Still to this day.
Exactly, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you go to a salon now, Josh? Or
no.
Are you cutting your own?
Occasionally, I'll cut my own, but I just go to a franchise.
Okay, you got the.
I'm easy. It's
cut.
Now, do you sit in the one where it's like you're on a horsey?
A horse?
Yeah, for the kids.
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
You get to sit in a horse, and they play cartoons.
I love that.
I don't know if they have those. Or are those? They've got to still be out there.
Oh yeah!
Right?
Wow, I've never seen that.
Okay, I got to admit this. When I get my hair done, when they wash it, you know the shampoo bowl that you have to put your head in.
Yeah.
I have to sit in a booster seat because my head won't be too short to reach.
You know what? Some guy just got so turned on. Christy with her head back in a booster seat.
You don't understand it. She's the size of a toddler.
If you put on these saddle shoes, I'll give you $100.
Those head washing bowls.
Yes.
I've never had a problem, but every time I go, the water's going down my back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you? I'm like, every time I'm paranoid that it's gonna mess me.
Is anybody rich enough to have one of those at their house?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Did you ever see the movie About a Boy with Hugh Grant?
Sure, yeah.
Every day he went to one of those places and got his hair styled and.
Really?
Yes. Because he was living off the royalties of One Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
Hugh Grant in Paddington 2 should have gotten the Academy Award. Highly recommended. Paddington 3 you can pass on. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't care for it? Huh?
It's not as good. So much for today's movie review. We have Christy Lee across the way. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
From the files of Reddit comes this question: what is something sexual you'll never do again?
Huh.
Do you have an answer?
Well, does Reddit give you any
Well,
samples?
sure. We have top responses, but I just wondered. Josh gave me that look like,
No, I don't. I mean, there are things that I don't need to happen
but nothing.
again.
There's nothing that pops to mind.
But there was
so
nothing that I ever went, I'm never.
Didn't you say you once called a girl mommy?
I didn't. Comedically, it's good.
You once called a girl mommy.
Here are some of the top responses.
I didn't want to say it, so I just pretended that Josh had comedically, but a really mean thing to do.
Put my male member in a hot dog bun and taking a photo for sexting purposes.
Why would he never do that again? It's hilarious.
Because hot dog buns are actually pretty long, Josh. So
he didn't kind of match. He didn't really measure up.
That's funny.
Oh, that is.
You should have. What he should have done is worn the. Yeah, cut the bun.
No, but you can't because.
Yeah, you could.
Put the tip back on.
You know what? I'm going to try. I feel like I could fill a hot dog bun.
Really?
Sure.
Angry.
No,
angry for sure.
Now we're talking about not the weenie winks. We're talking about your average.
Well,
it would have to be.
You have to cut the middle of it, then take a section out, then put it together.
Yeah.
Oh, and then hold the packet that says foot long.
Yeah.
Because there's no perspective.
I'm not filling a foot long bun, but I think I'm filling a regular bun. Is that bragging? No, I don't think it is.
Well, let me tell you something. I'd like to see that.
I will do it.
I would prefer not seeing it.
I'll do it, and I won't show you, but I'll let you know, and I'll be honest.
All right.
Now, what are you going to do with the bun after you're done?
Fair enough.
Eat it. I'm not going to waste it.
Now, are you going to eat it, or are you going to slip it into some young lady's after she's eaten it? You're going to show her the picture, by the way.
I'll just throw it in the trash can at the ballpark.
You know what's also going to be on that hot dog, Josh? So, some of your quack, you know.
Okay. I want to revisit this topic in just a few minutes. Thank you very much. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I think it'd be hard to learn the banjo by yourself.
Yeah,
I think that would be the only way to learn the banjo.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if.
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So I took his banjo.
We need some sound, Nino. The amazing Pat Godwin. Ladies and gentlemen.
Never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Here we go.
Totally knew the answer. I knew the answer. That's why I knew not to ask.
Trust me, there's no one laughing harder than my dad right now.
If he were able to laugh, but he can't because he's dead.
How'd you come by that banjo again, Josh?
Well, my dad died, and it was just laying there. So I thought, instead of throwing it away, maybe I'll go ahead and take it.
Did your dad play?
He did when he was younger, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought he did when he was alive.
That's the joke.
There you go, Joshy.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Okay, well.
Hi, he's Bob. I'm Bob. And he's Tom. And I'm Tom. What is it, Tom?
San Francisco's gay Jewish congregation, Shah Ar-Zahav, has dedicated its new synagogue. This is true, with 2 members engaging in the ceremonial blowing of the ram's horn.
KIZZFM. Kiz. Lucky that doesn't start with a J.
Stop it!
Dr. Ruth, can I get pregnant when a man undresses me with his eyes?
Only if he's cockeyed.
Golly, Earl, that might be a pretty good idea.
I killed my wife when I'd wanted to. I'd be out of jail by now.
Dr. Ruth, when I'm dancing, what part of my body should not move?
Your bowels.
I got some DAP butt crack filler putty back here. We'll just fill that crack right in there, Bob. Comedian Tim Allen. Oh, God.
Using laxatives and a rectal scope, doctors were able to collect evidence over a period of 4 days.
I must have one.
Rectal scope is the mouthwash.
Your color's back to your face?
Oh, I was gray this morning.
So is yours, Tony.
Tony, you're. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I've got to go. You're gaining weight. My wife, when the first time she was pregnant, all I saw of her for 9 months was her ass hanging out of a refrigerator.
And if you believe that, I can't say that. Bishop Emeritus Frederick W. Freaking, who headed the Roman Catholic Diocese. That's his name. He was 85.
Did they have to pull the freaking plug?
Hey, boys, this is the Pope. I gotta go to the freaking funeral.
We're doing the bit. We're having different characters read us a joke. Will you do it?
Hell yeah. Boys. Hell yeah. So you just have the ability just to write 1,000 of these?
Well, that's what I do every week on the show.
He's a real magic man, though. All right, here we go. No. Bro, these are incredible. I think you've done good here. All right, here we go.
Here, grab that.
From the beautiful brain of Kostaki Kononopoulos, the longest name in comedy.
Biggest name.
Also the biggest name in comedy. It's good to be long and big, they say. So that's great news. Tom Brady really went crazy celebrating his retirement. That's right. Yeah. Heard he had a Bud Light White and half a non-organic avocado. Guy's living dangerously.
Nice.
Thank you for that opportunity.
Nice flourish.
You guys are the best. Cheers to Bob and Tom. Always the Big Brain Central.
Thank you, man. Awesome.
One of my favorite things you've ever discussed in the show, and if you wouldn't mind maybe doing a little bit of this for me, you have talked about marriage on this show to the point that we actually get requests all the time.
Well, good.
For people to hear your little discussion about this, which is brilliant. And I don't want to give away any of it, but would you mind relating a little bit? You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, I was married for 3 years, and which is not a long time, you know. We were supposed to be together until one of us died.
True.
I never even had a fever.
Yeah.
My friends were shocked I got divorced. You're getting divorced? That's weird. You seem so happy at the wedding. The wedding? Yeah, that's not part of the marriage. No. It's like telling a shark attack victim, gee, you seemed okay on the beach. And to speak to Christy's point, you know, my wife felt I was too down, I was too negative. Oh, this divorce should help.
Yeah, there you go.
She said I had changed. You know, you didn't used to be like this. If I'd known I'm going to be like this, I never would have gone to bed with you. Hey, guess why I didn't tell you?
Yeah, okay.
And of course, you know, marriage is hard. We all know it. The proof here in the room, the success and.
Hey.
Einstein.
Gotcha.
Marriage is so hard. Einstein got divorced.
Albert Einstein's unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah, Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein? And there you have it.
Yeah.
Nick Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Backyard living starts at indiedecorativeconcrete.com, my friends, and they'll be yours too.
Patio Daddy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Josh is now doing my distracting.
Christy Lee at
thanks
the
a lot.
Silac Insurance News Desk. Look at that. There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Hello, Josh Arnold. Ace Cosby.
What was that?
Hey, we're
Comedy.
in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios.
Oh, really?
Solid comedy. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Yes, sir.
Now, we were delving into a topic from Reddit.
You don't seem to.
Tell me
Did you say that with more disdain?
Tell me you hate this source without telling me you hate this
No,
source.
I do. I enjoy this particular
Yes,
topic.
I enjoy it a lot. It's Reddit.
The question was posed.
the place where no one needs credentials and the truth is hovering.
He's right about that.
And real names are optional.
Yeah. Oh, I love the names people pick. You know.
The question posed was, what is something sexual you'll never do again?
Okay.
And some of the top responses, if you're just joining us, one that we discussed was a gentleman put his male member in a hot dog bun, took a photo for sexting purposes, but apparently found out that hot dog buns are actually pretty long.
Now,
we found out.
And this is very interesting. Now, Josh, you say you would do this.
I feel like I could fill a hot dog bun.
And
yes.
we found the average, I looked it up during the break, the average hot dog bun is 6 inches in length.
Now, this is definitely, I could not do it.
Growing, not.
Yes.
I mean, showing.
You guys know I'm a grower.
Yeah, not a shower.
Yeah.
When you say you guys know,
It's
this
because
is
I tell you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and none of us have ever witnessed this.
Well, speak for yourself.
No, did you see growth mode or a not angry mode?
I'm not going to tell you, but I'll just say you got to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay?
So now, presumably, this guy thought it'd be funny to send his friend a photograph of the.
Now, do you put a line of mustard?
Yeah, that was exactly I was going to ask. I just don't know mayonnaise.
No
if you're from
mayonnaise.
Chicago, you don't put ketchup.
Yeah. By the way, mayonnaise on hot dogs is disgusting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why haven't I tried mayonnaise on
I only
hot
tried it.
dogs?
My
I bet
brother
I'd like
Joe insists on grilling the hot dog bun, putting a little bit of mayonnaise and grilling the bun.
I bet that's fantastic.
It was almost the same, and he was so disappointed in our lack of reaction.
I bet it sounds good. Grilling the buns is a great idea.
Yeah. I'm going to say
a little bit of crispness on the edge.
Almost key.
Yeah. Now, so and I know the old stand-up joke is, what is it? There's 8 hot dogs in a pack and 6 in the bun. What is that still a thing?
I don't know.
Didn't someone come out with a matching set of buns for the?
You'd think they would.
You would think.
But would you do that, Pat?
Do what?
Do you ever do the comically? The potentially amusing so-called dick pic?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. No.
Really? Even if requested?
Yes, even if requested, I wouldn't do it. No.
Oh.
It depends who makes
I know what I wouldn't do sexually, though. I could tell you that.
What?
I wouldn't do the car again. That I had a situation where we were in the car and it went up on the median and we got stuck there. And
while you were driving?
An accident. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it intercourse?
No.
It was a mounting while I was driving.
Wow.
Sort of a thing.
Was this?
I wouldn't do
She
that
was
either.
sitting on your lap?
Was this century or was it? This is. Are we going back
We're
a ways?
going way back. Yeah.
Okay, I hope so.
But did you hear he wrecked and he stuck on the median?
You drove up on the median.
Yeah, Dallas, Pennsylvania.
But I see you doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That happened.
Yeah. Well, you see the way I park.
Yeah, I know.
You think I make love and drive? Huh?
I think Tom's a menace driving, but I think, you're right up there.
Yeah, having sex while you're driving is not really a good idea.
Well,
it's a great idea.
no,
Depends on
hang
what
on.
activity.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
the
that's the
mounting.
activity I wouldn't do.
No,
again.
Was cowgirl.
If she'd want to, no. If whoever,
Not reverse cowgirl.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
sorry.
the partner wants to talk to the gear shift,
Yeah.
that's okay.
I see.
Now, what else is on the Reddit list?
Dice hot peppers, not thoroughly wash my hands, and then pleasure myself within a couple of hours.
Okay. That must be.
Okay, that goes with this one. Not washing my hands after pulling weeds.
Ooh. Did you get poison ivy?
This is someone sent me this. Yeah. That's a bad idea.
Most of these involve men. Isn't that funny? Put my junk in a vacuum.
Oh gosh! Now these are we're really beyond the what?
Yeah, we're not. This isn't the answer to this question.
Yeah, this is probably make a sex video. My ex and I did that, and we couldn't watch it. The sounds and just looking at it. Oh gosh, no, never ever again.
I agree. I did the same thing.
I couldn't do that. No way.
And I went, oh no, I don't like the noises I'm making.
Nothing about it.
Critiquing yourself.
I can't hear what she's saying because of the ball gag.
a lot of grunting.
No, it was my talk. It was more me going.
I know you're not going to answer this, Tom, but if you noticed, we both kind of have sort of a hearing loss.
Yeah.
Do you ever any mumbling during sex and you have to go, I'm sorry, what? What did you say? I'm sorry. What?
Said you
what
were,
is it?
I don't need my toes sucked ever again. And now it's not something I hated, but I just
Really?
don't need it done.
I don't need it done either, but the effort would be nice. I would think. Right? Come on, that's nice.
Now, I'm not opposed to sucking on toes, but I just don't need mine.
I am opposed to both.
Oh, me too.
You're missing out.
Well,
Okay.
I know you like straight ahead baby making sex. We know.
Here's a guy said, I took a Viagra and used a C-ring at the same time.
Oh, jeez.
They get stuck?
Ended up in the ER.
Oh.
Okay, great.
Here's one. Whipped cream. Seems like a fun thing until you realize you're smelling warm milk for the rest of the session, if you will. He says bonus points for a mustache.
I like the way he refers to it as a session.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Josh. I don't want to expand on this much, but it just says, put it this way, from now on, I'll handle the finger work. It's from a guy.
What?
I wonder what that means.
What does that mean?
I think I know
Maybe
what
she
it means.
used something
Yeah, she must have been
in
using
places he didn't want.
Yeah, okay. That
Handle the finger work.
that's what it says. You'll have to elaborate. This sort of thing will be explored later today. We'll be talking with comedian Alli Breen.
Oh, I was like, what do you got planned today?
in a little show that we call Sexy Time.
Is there something you said car? You said the toe thing.
Yeah.
I would say sex on the beach is not what it's cracked up
that's
to
very
be.
good. Very good.
Man, sand gets in places and it's hard to
when you
get
say
out.
cracked up to be.
I'd say sex and water is real
I
difficult.
agree. Yeah.
It creates friction.
Hot tubs dries you out. Yeah.
Although if you ever get the chance to complete in water,
it's a
watch
display.
It's
like Fantasia.
It's unbelievable. It comes out in a smoky, sort of ghost-like fashion.
serious?
I swear.
Were you wearing a face mask?
No, you could just look. I was in a pool, and you could just look.
Yeah.
And it was.
I hope it was during Adult Swim.
No wonder you got kicked out of your neighborhood.
Yeah, Tom. Tell him.
You weren't on the diving board, were you?
Is it jellyfish-like, one could say?
It's smoky. It looks like I don't know. Yeah,
smoky.
It's really interesting. But you've seen it, Pat?
Yeah, I have seen it up close.
Yeah.
Up close.
Yeah.
Really? The Ramrod Lounge had swim night?
We just left there.
We were both like, whoa, look at that.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a show.
We're going to switch gears here.
Oh, we are? What
We
are
have-
we going to do
Get rid
now?
of Josh.
We have Christy Lee. She's at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What else is going on in the world of news?
And real quick, by smoke, I mean when you blow out a match.
The way that
and
Right.
that kind of, the way that looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Physicists have calculated the optimal amount of time to dip an Oreo in milk.
Oh.
Now, this is actually more interesting than I thought it would be.
It would have to be.
Can't be as dull as I think it's going to be.
No. I think that they make a really good point, and it's written. I hope the rewrite here is clear enough. Because it's very. The original of this is so complicated.
I too hope it's clit enough.
Did I say clit enough?
you did.
That's the previous story.
Members of Utah State University's Splash Lab dipped cookies halfway in 2% milk for half a second to 7 seconds before measuring how much milk the Oreos absorbed.
All right.
Oreos absorbed 50% of their potential liquid weight in just 1 second. After 2, they absorbed 80% before maxing out at 4 seconds and breaking down at 5.
You're going to lose the integrity of this.
Ultimately, 3 seconds was found to be enough time to saturate most of your Oreo cookie. And your choice of milk could change the optimal dunk time by a few split seconds.
What?
Well, if it's heavier milk, I would think. Whole milk, skim milk.
I see.
Yeah.
And in addition to the absorption time, the fat enhances the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you use whole milk, you're getting that great creamy taste. If you're using whatever almond
Skim
milk or
milk,
some
it's like-
fake milk. Yeah. But so the answer to the question is 3 seconds.
Yes.
Now, I did a little bit of research on this. This is another fun fact. Apparently, the best way to dunk an Oreo is to stick a fork into the cream filling so you can submerge it fully.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Otherwise, you're either going to get your fingers wet or Now, do you think is that too much?
Yes, because I don't mind the little bit of, I don't get my fingers wet, but obviously I have a little bit of dry Oreo. I like that crunch mixed with the soggy part.
Now, they
I've never dunked an Oreo.
Well, it's amazing.
Really, why don't you join us? We're here in America and go back to Latvia and eat your dried Oreo.
What have you done with your life?
I'm not a milk
Now, did they
drinker.
dry Hydrox? Does that have the same absorption rate
I
as
don't
an
know.
Oreo?
Well, the cookie would be a different cookie. So
And the whole Hydrox thing, it's a really complicated story.
Are they
Thanks,
cheaper?
Josh.
Is that a
No,
cheaper?
Hydrox, I think, was the first one,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely
it's
first.
some Kansas City company or something.
Is that right?
I suffered through like a 45-minute lecture on this one.
Really?
Yeah. Do you ever
You touched a nerve with the Hydrox people?
I don't know what happened. I'm they're still out there, right? The Hydrox cookie.
I think so, yeah.
I haven't seen.
Boy, they're how sad.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being the CEO of a company that's often people ask, are they still out there?
Yeah.
Well, I hope they're doing well. I don't know if you did the dunk test with the Hydrox, if the results would be any different. We can certainly look into that.
I haven't had an Oreo in a while. It's time.
I like the blonde Oreos. Oh,
Those aren't
I
Oreos.
mean, they're fine.
Those are not
yeah,
Oreos.
they are.
No, they're not.
No.
They say Oreo on the package.
It's a totally different cookie. Oreos are the white cream and the chocolate outer shell. That's it. No
Okay.
bacon and s'mores.
No, I don't like the
Oreo.
flavored ones.
You know, they
I just-
consider them a sandwich. Isn't that interesting? It says so on the package.
Cream sandwich. Yes,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah.
No. Well,
Oh,
It certainly isn't a sandwich.
do you like them thrown into a milkshake?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You get
I'm a big fan.
you get Oreo cookie ice cream and a pack of Oreo cookies, and you get your couple scoops out and crumble some Oreo.
I appreciate that. I've never done it.
Oh, treat yourself.
Now, we want to say hello to our friends at the Java House. We've got some interesting stuff going on at Java House. My new favorite, by the way, is not the coffee. I've been switching up and doing a lot of hydration drinks in the morning after doing my one coffee. And right now I'm actually doing an iced tea. But the hydration drinks, fantastic. Also lattes, et cetera, et cetera. What I'm talking about is the Java House. The idea of Java House, the concept, if you will, is peel and pour. Getting rid of the clunky machinery and making it a lot easier in the coffee room at home, the coffee room at work, even while you're traveling. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by Java House. The peel and pour pods, you can have that cup of amazingly smooth. Did I say smooth?
You said smooth.
Smooth. Smooth.
It is smooth.
A barista quality coffee in just seconds. You pick your favorite, you peel back the top, pour it into a cup of hot or cold water. That's it.
Yep.
Now, as I mentioned, coffee, of course, teas, which I'm drinking now. They also do lattes, energy drinks, hydration drinks. I just had one of the blue ones. It's the Arctic beverage. Delightful.
Arctic freeze.
It's great. What's your favorite, Josh?
The hot chocolate.
Okay. Oh, it is the hot chocolate, and Josh is a little embarrassed because we keep pounding it into him.
It's hard to
Try to tell him. many times.
Perhaps the hot cocoa with an Oreo would be the way to go. Time to break up with your brewer. Get started. JavaHouse.com. Use the promo code Bob and Tom and get 25% off your order. I'll say it again. Use that promo code Bob and Tom. Get 25% off your order. Find out what I'm talking about. The Java House website. Also, you find out about that free office demo. JavaHouse.com. The promo code Bob and Tom, one big long word, to get 25% off your online order. Join the Java House Club with us. We'd certainly appreciate it. Coming up, we have more things in the news. An interesting set of, speaking of coffee, about coffee in your health, and it's all positive news, except for one weird aspect of it, courtesy of the Goop people. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the...
I see him.
off into the sky. Jumping bones across gaping holes. There are devil dogs and yodels on the canyon floor. Making way. Atomic wedge speedo. He ain't afraid to say he's bringing Harry back. Heart attack. Libido. I said libido. La 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 libido. Well, fuck your RPM. Along the way, he's making new friends. Ladies, adrenaline running high. I got a rocket strapped to my side. Don't back away. Never play it safe. No, no, no. He ain't afraid to say he's bringing Harry back. Heart attack. Libido. I said libido. La 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 libido. I brought my helmet. Don't back away. Never play it safe. No, no, no. He ain't afraid to say he's bringing Harry back. Heart attack. Libido. Libido. Hey, 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 libido. Libido Knievel, Scott Baio, sexual stuntman, at your service.
Now, when you first got out of the Marines, didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right. When you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once. And the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake, hole, or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg Hunt.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single.
How would
Just
that
some
work?
vows, you know. Do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish?
Sorry.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Think O'Reilly for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. We just heard from the so-called Splash Lab at Utah State University. Did an interesting study about the proper time to dunk an Oreo. If you missed it, 3 seconds is the answer.
Right.
Utah State, huh?
Yeah. It's an interesting study. If you go more than 5 seconds, you're oversaturating the Oreo, and it's fascinating.
And then it starts to crumble, and then you get crumbs in your milk.
And are you a fan of the Blizzard? I certainly am.
Sure. Yes.
The Oreo Blizzard in particular.
Of course.
Yeah, that truly delightful. One of the triumphs of Western civilization, I think. Great to be an American and be able to go to a Dairy Queen. That's all I'm saying. Now, we have Christy Lee, as you can hear, over there being the Silac Insurance News Desk. And we were talking about Java House Coffee, which I am currently drinking tea. But we have a bunch of coffee news today, all of it good news, I think.
New research links drinking black coffee to a lower risk of death. Researchers at Tufts University discovered drinking 1 to 2 cups of caffeinated coffee every day was linked to a lower risk of death from all causes, and, of course, death from cardiovascular disease as well. Black coffee, as well as coffee with low levels of added sugar and saturated fat, were associated with a 14% lower risk of all-cause mortality as compared to no coffee consumption.
Now, Pat, this is not Irish coffee, by the way.
Oh.
Okay,
I drink black coffee.
I do, too.
So what's the percentage?
It doesn't say for black coffee.
Oh, all right.
But it's overall, it's a higher...
Black coffee's the best way.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if 3 cups is okay, because it says 1 to 2.
It says at 2 to 3 cups per day, the link rose to 17%.
Oh.
So what I take out of this is if you drink black coffee, it's okay to have a cigarette with it.
I think that's right.
It offsets the... No, I'm just kidding.
I like to dunk my cigarettes in coffee.
How about that great squeeze song, Black Coffee in Bed?
I love that song.
Oh, yeah.
I love that song.
I agree. Is it the caffeine, or is it the fact that people who are up in the morning drinking coffee are more active?
In this case, it sounds like it's just the coffee.
So if you don't get any exercise, never walk anywhere, and you're 50 pounds overweight.
Well, no, I don't know about that.
Calm down. People are overweight.
No, I'm just saying. Is the fact that people...
You want to yell at somebody, imaginary person, get off your ass, Humphrey, and get some exercise, don't you? I can feel it.
I love black coffee.
No
So
kidding.
do I.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I like my coffee to taste like a milkshake. That's what I like.
Yeah, that is tasty.
Oh, yeah.
But well, it's good to know. But that's some nice, happy coffee news.
Yeah, but you got to be careful how much sugar and saturated fat you put in
You
coffee.
ignored that part of the article.
I know you did.
Yeah, he didn't, so he didn't even put in the statistic for
No,
regular.
he didn't.
Some say it's editing, some say censoring.
I wanted people to feel good about their coffee. Now, Pat, you got your guitar. Do we have a coffee song?
You know how I like my coffee. I like my coffee like I like my women.
Yeah, he does.
Full of Irish whiskey. I like my coffee like marriage in the 50s. Black and white and misogynistic. I like coffee and women to be uncomplicated. Oh, room for cream, of course. Oh, don't give me soy, almond, or oat milk, baby. Oh, that's grounds for a divorce. Oh, I don't like coffee like certain women. Cold, spoiled, and bitter. That Cuban hot stuff was too much for my heart. Oh, I loved her a latte, but I had to quit her. I like my coffee and women to agree with me, not give me an ulcer with their acidity. Oh, I'm running out of metaphors and similes. I'll just say I like my coffee like I like my women with big tips. Oh, Oh, yes, big tips for all my beautiful barista.
Okay, here's a similar article I just found, Christy.
Yeah?
Headline, drinking coffee linked with healthy aging in women. Researchers followed 50,000 women over 30, blah, blah, blah. Healthy aging was defined as reaching the age of 70 without major chronic illness or cognitive decline. So
Are the women supposed to drink it or inject it into their vagina?
Well,
let me keep reading. It said women who typically consumed, now we're getting into 315 milligrams, I don't know what that means, of caffeine daily. Oh, the equivalent of 3 cups of coffee.
It's always 3. I love it.
Says each additional daily cup up to 2.5 was linked to a modest increase in the likelihood of healthy aging.
I drink 2 every day. Maybe I should up that to 3.
I think in your case it's
and only 1 on the weekends, which is weird.
That is weird. Very weird.
Yeah, weird. It's weird. It's weird.
So that's
So
very good.
weird.
But now I grabbed this other article for you, Christy, that I thought was interesting about something you should not do with your coffee.
Yeah, Goop is back in the news, that Gwyneth Paltrow wonderful website.
They do good work.
They promoted a $135 coffee enema kit on their so-called detox guide recently.
Sure.
The device sold by Implantorama LLC.
Oh, they sound on the up and up.
Don't they? Uses a glass bottle and silicone tubes to deliver coffee into the colon. The company claims benefits like relief from pain, depression, and allergies. However,
Depression, really?
experts warn there's no proven health benefit and serious risks exist, including infection, burns, sepsis, and even death from electrolyte imbalance.
Plus, your butt will have coffee breath.
And if you don't use the decaf, your ass will be up all night. But seriously.
A 1997 editorial in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology called such treatments, while I was so worried about getting through gastroenterology or whatever, quackery and a triumph of ignorance over science. So don't do a coffee enema.
You're talking about filling it to the rim with brim. We have a brim job, I guess that would be called. Remember, this would be a great with that commercial. He never has a second enema at home.
Brim was a coffee, in case you didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that? The fill it to the rim with brim was every commercial.
A lot of people don't know that.
I'm going to say 70 years ago?
Yeah.
60 years ago?
No.
So that's what, like, Mitchum drank?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Charlie Chaplin. There's pictures of Charlie Chaplin drinking the brim. So they're saying that the coffee enema, what was it, a triumph of stupidity of some sort.
Don't do that.
Ignorance over science. Yeah, that's crazy. And presumably, obviously, you don't want the coffee too hot.
Oh, no, Tom.
Or too cold, I'm assuming.
Or, as the
Just
joke goes,
right.
too sweet.
Yeah. Well, we have a tribute to the coffee enema. It's from the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra.
You know, here in Paris and everywhere I go today, people are talking about the latest development in personal hygiene.
What is that?
The coffee enema. And for those of us who practice the alternative lifestyle, there's only one brand of coffee enema. It's called La Cage aux Fougères. Bonjour. I am Maurice Chevaliernos. La Cage aux Fougères. Because when you're pooped, nothing perks you up like a coffee enema. I'm a gentleman who lives in gay Paris. I like to stay as fresh as I can be. But when I need a little pick-me-up, I don't take my coffee from the coffee cup. Hit it, girls. La Cage aux Fougères, c'est ooh la la. It's a coffee enema. The finest coffee beyond compare, and it goes in your derriere. La Cage aux Fougères. When it comes to taste, perhaps your tongue cannot tell the difference, but your can. La Cage aux Fougères, c'est ooh la la. It's a coffee enema, but you don't need a coffee cup. Just grab it back
and bottoms up. Then kosher shares for the man who likes his coffee in the can. Sacre bleu.
Au revoir. Thank you very much. If you listen to that carefully, you can hear echoes of the theme to Deliverance. Did you notice it? Played on the fiddle by a distinguished member of a certain symphony orchestra. I'm sure a very rare gig. Hey, can you work the Deliverance theme into that little section right there? Hello again. If you're just joining us, this is the Bob and Tom Show coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. We're looking at the lady with long bangs today. She is Christy Lee, and she is at the Silac Insurance News Desk. What's happening?
Young partygoers in Singapore are trading pints for pour-overs as a new wave of alcohol-free daytime dance events are gaining popularity. That's right, it's a coffee shop club. The recent gathering, called Beans and Beats in the city's fashionable Duxton district, finds baristas churning out specialty coffees while DJs are spinning back-to-back sets. Crowds packed the venue by 4 p.m., dancing shoulder to shoulder beneath a disco ball to a mix of TikTok-fueled pop and electronic music. Baristas, not bartenders, kept the energy high, serving craft coffee while DJs delivered this music. Though no alcohol was served, the crowd moved with enthusiasm, part of a growing trend among Gen Zers to embrace social events without the buzz. Well, you get a buzz, it's just caffeine related.
Do you think that would work here during the day? Like a 4 o'clock live dance club?
Apparently it's work. Oh, here? Boy.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean here?
People are
in the United States. That was in, where was it?
Oh, I thought you meant here at the station.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Might.
I don't think so.
I don't like drinking coffee at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd be up all night. Then I'd have to go to a real club. Now you're double dipping.
When's the last time? Normally, when's the last time you go to Starbucks for the day? Is it like noon or?
Oh, well, no, later in the afternoon.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Not having trouble sleeping?
No,
No?
I can go to
Not at all.
sleep all the time in 2 seconds.
No kidding.
Yeah, but I'm just not sure that would work in the States.
I don't know. I think it would, especially in college towns, I bet.
4 o'clock dance party. If it's a coffee place, there'd be more grinding than bumping if you're doing the old bump and grind. Do you have a disco ball at your house, Christy?
No. Do you have a disco ball at your house?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, is it in the basement or where they dance?
I've got to reset it up. It was at my old house in the basement. Yeah.
Well, you have little kids. Of course you do.
Is it like a basketball size?
A little smaller, yeah.
Okay.
That's fun.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's right. You stick that light on it and it spins around.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you go down there and dance with the girls?
I supervise.
And then just for fun, you take a little bump of cocaine before you go down there. Sure.
Yeah.
Disco ball.
Yeah, my cardiologist recommends that. Just keep the pace of that heart just a little extra.
So hot, man.
The beverage company Liquid Death has sold out of 10 empty cans of iced tea that were all consumed by Ozzy Osbourne. Here's the product description. The Prince of Darkness drank from 10 cans of Liquid Death's low-calorie iced tea and even crushed the cans himself.
Oh.
In the process, he left behind trace DNA from his saliva you could now own.
Oh.
Though the website cautioned DNA integrity and cloning results not guaranteed.
Cloning results.
Cans
A disease might be caught.
were all placed in individual containers bearing Mr. Osborne's autograph and listed for $450 each before selling out.
All right.
Now, do you remember this? I forget if you were here that day. Ace will remember when you guys...
Cigarette butts?
Yeah. Ozzy was here and he was smoking. Mm-hmm. And then a guy knocked on our door like at 11 o'clock in the morning after the show. And he goes, do you still have the ashtray that Ozzy was smoking with? And we went, yeah. And he took the cigarette butts. So there's some guy out there with Ozzy Osbourne. I forget what brand he was smoking. I think they were Marlboros. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
But, Ozzy was here.
Yeah, he was here. I have a picture of him picking me up. Not literally. Literally picking me up, not like trying to hit on me, picking me up.
Yeah.
He smoked in this room?
The other room, the previous studios. And that's the one where he famously, among other things, we had him do those recorded things. Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. You're listening to Bob, et cetera, et cetera.
There's a clip of the guy from Metallica talking about Ozzy. He had visited Ozzy Osbourne, and Ozzy Osbourne says, "I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs, and my penis doesn't work. Why am I alive?"
I have a bottle of used shampoo from Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah?
What?
Johnson & Johnson. No more tears.
For a second, I believed him for a second.
He's a good
C+.
That was very, very convincing. Let's move forward here. I want to remind you about our friends at the Silac Insurance Company. They bring you the Christy Lee News Desk.
Yes, they do.
They also want to bring you cash when it's time to retire. That's what Silac is all about. Annuities, my friends. What is an annuity? Well, talk to the experts at the Silac Insurance Company. They'll explain what it is. You can turn down the gloom and doom and the uncertainty of the stock market these days. With annuities, it's a much more stable situation. It's called countering the volatility of the stock market, having your retirement come to you, and you're going to know what it's going to be. And by the way, you cannot outlive your money. Get all the details from the folks at Silac. Now, how to do that? Well, you can go to their website, silacins.com, or here's an easy way to do it. You just take your phone and you call pound 250 and say out loud the words lifetime income. That's pound 250. Just say lifetime income to get information about your retirement down the road, how you can still be getting a paycheck, if you will. Once again, pound 250, say lifetime income, or just go to the Bob and Tom website. We got a link to the Silac folks. Or just go to silacins.com. An annuity from the Silac Insurance Company. Plan on it, live on it. Christy, what do you got coming up?
Coming up, we have writing thank you notes in the news again. Didn't we just have that the other day? If you were planning a trip to Paris, you might be a little bit disappointed in one of the top tourist attractions there. And beads found on the moon back in the 70s are now being studied.
Oh, beads. Mm-hmm. We'll find out what that's all about. Yeah. A little bit of stellar news. Also coming up, Alli Breen, comedian, will be our guest with Sexy Time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to silacins.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's silacins.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
Now, what kind of vacations do you get? And since you travel so much, Jim, I would imagine that
a vacation
would be staying home.
Yes.
I know last summer you had you
went camping.
Your semi-disastrous camping experience.
My wife. I married this woman who loves to camp, and I'm indoorsy.
Yeah,
you know. She always brings up camping's a tradition in my family. I'm like, hey, it was a tradition in everyone's family till we came up with the house.
Yeah.
My parents never took me camping. You know why? Because they loved me. You know? If it's so great outside, why are all the bugs trying to get in my house?
How true.
Boy, I'm with you on that.
Happy camper. Has anyone ever really been a happy camper? Because whenever we use that term, we're being sarcastic. Yeah. He is not a happy camper. Well, why don't we just call him a camper? He's miserable. You know who's a happy camper? The guy leaving the campsite. He's the happiest camper. He gets to take a shower.
Yeah.
The camping thing.
Camping.
Are you a shower man versus a bathtub man?
I'm a neither. I'd rather do nothing.
Yeah, just lay in bed.
The shower, yeah, definitely. The bath thing, that seems like a lot of work.
It does.
That just seems, I don't know.
You have to wait.
Yeah, it's just you gotta figure out. You gotta stand up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once I'm standing, I don't want to have to, sit down and then stand again. I'm that lazy. And chick's like, brilliant.
You are talking my language. I never thought of that before.
And when you stand up out of a bath, don't you have all the suds on you, too?
Yeah.
You're sitting in all that.
Then you got to go take a shower to clean out.
Then you have to rinse off.
Take a shower. I don't understand it.
And they're slippery. Old people get themselves broken hips all the time in them.
Yeah.
I hate bathtub showers more than anything.
Relaxing.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Mary and I primarily do physics experiments involving flatulence. Basic stuff.
Oh, yeah. It really does bubble. How about that?
Hold a match to the surface of the water, that sort of thing.
I would have never thought of that.
I've not thought of that either.
This is the first show
Now
in a
you're
long
gonna
time.
wanna take a bath.
I
I'm going to have to take a bath to see if it works
I
now.
have to take notes.
You guys don't take baths with your significant others?
Well, sure. I mean, I've done that.
Not if you want them to stay your significant others. Honey, let's take a bath. Why don't you do that? I got check out Sports Center.
You know what Christy wants? She wants a bubble bath
and some sodomy.
That's exactly right.
No.
See, we have to
You
explain.
have to be very careful what you say, and it's taken out of context.
Family-friendly show.
That doesn't work. See, people don't realize that Christy didn't actually say that. Chick
And some sodomy.
Well, who is that then?
No, but I mean, she said it in a different
We were
context.
talking about something totally different.
I mean, you have it on tape. and they
Isolated,
think
just-
You just keep playing it, right?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking. Do you see me moving?
Christy, what do you
And
want
some
for
sodomy.
Christmas?
Well,
now, Jim, now you're
I
playing.
want some nice.
No, don't play
Christy
the
wants some
game.
perfume.
And some sodomy.
Okay. Wow. Do I have to come over there? I'm not feeling well.
All right.
That won't be on the TV show.
No.
Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
I mentioned that our guests include that man. He is comedian Greg Warren. And this other guy who is word dude lexicographer. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Steve Kleinedler, who is originally from Flint, Michigan, now living in Boston, part of the American Heritage Dictionary Group. And they've got a bunch of books that are actually kind of fun. The series is entitled 100 Words, etc. 100 words, for example, that make you sound great. 100 words that make you sound smart. We're looking at 100 words for lovers for Greg Warren and Christy Lee. Here's one.
We're not lovers.
Well, no, but you're on your dream. But here's
Not
one.
yet.
Matter of time.
Here's one. Heartthrob.
Oh, heartthrob. Come on.
It's an easy one.
Sure it is.
I bet you're quite the heartthrob.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can feel my heart throbbing.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. When I pee, is that what you said?
Wow.
No, in
Wow, that is really bad. Very, very
blushing.
uncomfortable.
Do you have another word? Now let's move on.
I like how the pigeon and I cannot lie.
See, that's where I say that.
One of your people up front were telling me you were having a problem last time with the word entrance. That you were all reading it as entrance.
Well, when we first got it, so why in the world would entrance be?
Oh yeah.
Why would entrance be
in a book about lovers?
About lovers.
That is not an
That is
entrance.
not an entrance.
That is the wrong entrance.
That is an exit only.
Yeah, that's how we were doing
That's
it.
how we. Yes, you're right. Entrance was.
Yeah, here it is right here.
Greg, your eyes are so entrancing.
See, I told you they twinkle. Look at them.
They do twinkle.
To fill someone with delight, wonder, and love.
It looks like an entrance to an empty room.
There's nobody home.
I got stuff up here, Bob. I got stuff up here.
I'm sorry.
All kinds of stuff.
Okay, here we go, Greg. Here's an easy one. Ecstasy.
Oh, yeah.
And don't be going.
Do you know where I buy some ecstasy?
I'll tell you what would really make this date go better.
The only way I'm getting laid is if I can find some ecstasy.
Well, next word. All right.
You'll notice the American Heritage Committee did not put date rape in here for a reason.
All right.
Is roofie in there?
No, it is not.
Okay, here we go. Here's an easy one. Crush.
Oh, yeah.
I need to confess that
This chair is crushing my nuts.
Crush, please.
You are a horrible date
Yeah, you
doctor,
are.
counselor.
You're telling me?
I'll have a beer and she'll have an orange crush.
And keep them coming.
Now, here's a word. If you 7-239-1095 to win the $50 Hoosier Lottery prize pack, you could be a big winner. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin. Hello. Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Ace Cosby. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick McGee, and hello, Tom. You all set?
Yeah, we got an answer for you.
Okay.
Answer for what?
Christy.
There was a question.
Yeah, Christy mentioned pigs earlier this morning. Go ahead, say it again.
Yes, on my way home from work, I drive by a home that has a pig. And
Just
it has,
a regular-looking home.
Yeah, it's a nice home. It's on a corner lot. And
Like a suburban Leave It to Beaver type home?
more of an older farmhouse, I
Okay,
think,
very good.
but
Okay, we should explain you live several counties over. And
I do. I live in more of a...
in a state where marijuana is legal.
Might be the Central Time Zone. We're not sure.
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable.
But they also have chickens and roosters, but they have this pig. And it was the first time since I just moved there. I had not seen the pig until yesterday. And he scared me because there's no fence. And I thought, how is the pig not going to the road? You know, it just worried me.
Got a letter here. This guy says, we're in the invisible fence business. Invisible fence is
Usually
dog.
for dogs, yes.
There's a couple different versions of it. Invisible fence is a name brand. Your dog wears a little collar with a buzzer thing on it. And in my experience with invisible fences, they train very quickly.
Yeah.
Most dogs, not all breeds, but most. Check with Invisible Fence for details. He said, we often would do invisible fences for people with pigs, goats, horses, and other animals. So I don't know. That's what he says. So this guy used to install them.
Oscar lives near me, too. He goes the same way home. And he said they have goats, too. But I haven't seen the goats yet.
Huh.
I'm just, okay.
So the answer is maybe they have an invisible fence.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I don't know about the chickens.
I think
So
chickens
this is maybe an answer.
I think chickens don't cross the road. We all know that.
And now we're getting into metaphysics, and that's the way out of my pay grade.
So it's really not an answer at all.
No, this guy said they installed them for people all the time. So that was...
Sure. But we don't know if that happened at this house.
Right.
No.
It's all...
Yeah, certainly one could...
Then you would presume you'd also have to put a collar around a horse and a pig and a goat. And
This is all hearsay evidence.
Yes,
You'd be thrown out in court. You know that.
I think the jury, if they were reasonable people, I mean, the OJ jury wouldn't decide properly, but I mean, I think the
unadmissible.
Yeah.
Speculation. at
Well,
best.
okay. The other question that we asked, I believe Josh asked this one, was we had an interesting study from a university in Utah about the dunking of Oreo cookies. I did a little homework during the break. Mechanical engineers at MIT have also been studying the Oreo cookie.
University.
Yes, because we've solved lots of other problems.
Right.
Homelessness, poverty, disease.
Okay.
We're looking into Oreos at MIT. Regarding the torque required to twist open an Oreo.
Oh, I like the sound of this already.
And is it possible to evenly distribute the cream filling on both wafers?
Oh, I'm going to say impossible.
You're correct. It is not possible. MIT scientists found the torque required to twist open an Oreo is similar to that required to turn a doorknob, and about 1/10 of what is needed to twist open a bottle cap.
Good Lord.
The study's author, Crystal Owens, spoke to the folks at CNN and reported, "We learned sadly that even if you twist an Oreo perfectly, the cream will almost always end up mostly on one of the two wafers. There is no easy way to get it to split between wafers."
This is what we're teaching our kids in college?
Well, I think this was probably coordinated with something very serious. This appears in the journal, The Physics of Fluids.
Well, that's a fault right there. There are no fluids involved.
I imagine that's a more viscous. I think fluids probably covers the gamut of. I don't know. This is out of my. Now, do you know how long you're supposed to dunk Little Debbie?
No.
Until she turns blue.
The implication there is you're drowning little
Poor
Debbie.
little Debbie. What did she do to
you could go off hostess as well.
Or Dolly Madison.
Oatmeal cream pies. Oh, I love them.
No, this is the same group that you remember this story, Christy, at MIT. They were studying tampons absorbency, and they came up with string theory.
Oh my God.
Oh, please.
Oh, come on.
Have you ever? You said it was impossible to, when you twist an Oreo cookie apart, to get the same filling on it.
Difficult. What was her quote? She said, "It will almost always end up on one of the two wafers. It's not easy to get it to split."
Have you ever seen the German splitting championships?
No.
This is where they take a pretzel, like not a pretzel, like a big pretzel,
like
but
a soft pretzel,
like a soft pretzel, but not that big. Okay. And they cut it in half, and each side of the pretzel has to weigh the exact same.
Wow.
And this is on German television late at night. And watch this bastard cut this pretzel. There he is, just a normal, everyday pretzel. And they weigh them, of course.
It's a game show.
It's a game show. And look at that. 0.044 both sides.
See, this is a guy that had kids, because as you know, when if you're like me and you have multiple children, you never. Let's say you have 2 kids,
right?
You never have one of anything,
right?
And if you do, you have to split it, no matter what it is. So that
guy's got it down, man.
And then if you cut it and you give one the choice, there's always going to be an argument.
Well, that one was bigger than mine.
Yeah. That's a hilarious concept for a show. Well, kids, we have a puppy. I want the
Well, that's where you come in, and who was the king? Oh, we'll cut the puppy in half. And
right. The true owner of the puppy.
The truth owner. That's exactly right.
Oh, but interesting stuff. That's funny. Where did you happen to come upon that? That's just great.
Just stuff on the old Twitter feed or whatever they're calling it. Yeah, they've got all. They have a game show where you take an egg and they have little circles cut through plexiglass, and you have to pass the egg through the circles from point A to point B, and whoever gets to point B first wins. But you have to reach through the hole with a spoon. It's nuts.
Remember the thing
German television we can only dream of.
Remember the thing we used to do where we would put a golf ball in a guy's pants?
Huh?
In the pant leg. Remember this?
Yeah, these
you put
are
a
bar trick
put
games.
a golf ball in a guy's pants.
And the woman had
at
to,
the bottom by his sock.
Oh yeah,
and then
a woman had to move it up and around to the other leg.
Using only her face.
Using only her
face.
Face.
It frivolity ensued.
And we also tied nylons around a girl, put an orange in the bottom, and you had to knock over beer bottles
you had to
or something.
swing it and knock over.
Moving this, moving your hip.
Without using your hands.
Oh,
silly.
Yeah, we're really glad that they didn't have those
Then I hosted
cameras in the phones.
I hosted musical chairs at a bar for about 9-10 years, and it was insane.
Banana eating contest. We had.
We put whipped cream on beer bottles and had whipped cream.
Yes,
sucked off. You know,
sure.
This is how we made extra money back in the day, Josh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you ever try to split popsicles?
What?
That can be difficult.
Remember, you'd get the double popsicle, and you'd smack them down, and one of them would have that entire no man's land on it.
Hasn't someone wised up at the popsicle factory and just sold singles instead of all doubles? They've had to do that, right?
Oh, they do that.
Even
now.
when I was a kid, you could get singles.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
I went through a popsicle phase.
I bet you did. As an adult, I know you did.
Yeah, post heart surgery.
Oh.
You don't feel like eating for like 3 weeks, but I can remember they'd come in and, do you have any more grape?
You know who?
I've always kind of hated them.
You know, I don't know if he's still this way. You know who's crazy about popsicles? Is Nick Griffin.
No kidding.
He can eat a package of popsicles in one sitting.
He doesn't look like a popsicle guy to me.
He loves popsicles.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
What's your philosophy post eating the popsicle with the stick? Do you keep it intact? Do you break it and play with the halves?
Intact?
I don't break it and play with the halves.
What? You break a popsicle?
I bet you tore wings off flies, too, didn't you?
I do the same.
Did you put a neighbor's dog on a stick in the backyard?
I do the same to my coffee stirrers. Absolutely.
You break them in half? And
sure.
Oh, Tom.
And then you see how if you can get the halves to match. Yeah, okay. I thought I was the only one.
Huh. No, you are.
Okay, thank you very much. Coming up, a little bit of sexy time with Alli Breen. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Josh Arnold. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. During these commercial breaks, I get to enjoy some quiet time here in the studio. That's right. That's because while everyone else is in the break room waiting in line for that dirty old coffee machine, I'm enjoying some Josh time. Yes, just me and by Java House Peel and Pour Pod. That's right. The rest of them can spend the next 6 minutes fighting over who gets to drink from that outdated technology. Not me. I just grab my favorite Java House pod, peel back the lid like so, pour it into my hot water here, and the rest of the break is just Josh and his amazingly smooth coffee. Barista quality. That's it. No muss, no fuss, no brewer required. Smooth as can be.
Hey, Josh, sorry I'm late. I was standing behind all those guys at the coffee machine. They're blocking my way.
Yeah, go figure, huh? Isn't it time you broke up with your brewer? Get started at javahouse.com and use promo code Bob and Tom to get 25% off your order. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show. Oh, boy.
So, summer always makes me think of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was making breakfast. You know, she could make waffles using nothing but a pancake and a hiking boot.
Nothing like the Vibram waffle.
Really?
I agree.
Boom! Well, waffles, there you go. Boom! There you go. How's it start? Oh, yeah. Sneezing, mosquitoes and bees and tetanus shots in the derriere. Something's crawling in the foot of my sleeping bag and flaming marshmallows in my hair. Drop and roll. Caught a baseball with my face. Potato salad in the sun. Salmonella steps up to the plate. Listeria gets the run. Oh, I love summer. Good old summertime. I got foot sand on the sole of my burn. A lot of feet where the sand don't shine. I got shine soot on the sole of my fence. Oh,
Shine
something
soot.
else.
Yeah. Ah, thank you. Beautiful. Haywood Banks.
Google knows everything. It's incredible. You can wake up after a long night of drinking being like, Google, who is this girl in bed with me? Google will be like, do you mean who is this guy?
Don't you mean?
Oh no, Google, what did I do last night? Do you mean what didn't you do?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I like technology is crazy. I like Amazon. I'm growing increasingly terrified of the robot takeover of Earth.
Amazon knows what you're going to get. Is that what you're talking about? Hey, you bought this CD. I'll bet you'd like this one.
Yeah, it's like even in the last Terminator, the robots couldn't read our minds. If you like Amazon.com, you may also enjoy being enslaved by robots. Yeah,
you're right though. Yeah, it's like having robots.
Amazon
everywhere.
does suggest stuff for you.
I like the spammers that use like they always use like a common name like Steve. Some generic subject like been a while. They try to pretend like it's someone or whatever. And I open it up. It's like, do you want free porn? Like, well, only a dear friend of mine would know how much I enjoy free porn. Click. My computer just explodes. Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Go buy a new one. I email him back. I'm like, dear Steve, thanks so much for trying to send me a free porn. Damnedest thing, my computer exploded. Could you please resend?
Damnedest thing.
Our guest in the studio is comedian Shane Moss.
I realized how addicted I was to internet porn recently. I broke my computer. I didn't have a computer for like 4 or 5 weeks. It was sent in, and this is one of the most pathetic things I've ever done in my life. I found myself one day, satisfying to myself, to the idea of having a working computer. It's like thinking about screen sizes and.
That's hilarious. Yeah, okay. Wow.
Great job here sealing up the driveway.
Seal EO.
It looks great. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show at the Silac Insurance News Desk. It's Christy Lee.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin. Hello. Jessica Alsman joins us.
Hi there.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Ace Cosby. Hey. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts studios. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Tom.
I got another pig update. Once again,
all you pigs out there, listen to this.
Christy was driving home, and she lives in a somewhat rural area.
Yeah.
Rural.
I can't say that.
You're doing it right. It just sounds wrong.
You can say pastoral or
Country?
I live in the country.
Country. That'll work.
Out in the hollow.
Christy lives in the country.
Out in the country.
Yeah. She's driving around and she sees this loose pig.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sticking her nose in people's business. You know
I was not. I was at a four-way stop.
I wonder what's going on over there with the pigs. Oh. What are they doing?
So the question...
It's none of my business, but by God, I'm going to find out.
That's exactly right.
So the question is, can pigs be put on a so-called invisible fence, which is the dog thing where the dog wears a collar and they bury the wires? I've had one for years.
Can you cook a pig by running voltage through it?
Good start.
The answer probably is yes. I'm not sure how thoroughly it would cook it.
Yeah.
This is a different question for a different time. According to this news account, pigs are capable of using an invisible fence, some of them. However, there are challenges. It says here they may try to tunnel under the boundary.
They're so smart.
They dig, yes, and they're very bright.
They dig, man.
Often farmers will use visible above-ground electronics.
Hey, now, wait a minute. This might be an answer for you. Electrify your yard. Keep the raccoons out of your bird feeder.
Oh. You got a problem with raccoons?
Well, the birds aren't going to land in the yard.
Then you'd have to catch the raccoons and put the collars on them.
No. You're missing my point. No, that would keep them in the yard. Well, no, that would keep... My point is, you electrify the entire area.
So I see. They can get in.
Their 2 little feet, fry them right there on the spot.
Good old-fashioned landmines.
Yes.
Yeah, you get a lot of...
a nice handgun.
I don't know who suggested it, but ever since I changed to the Cajun hot seed, I haven't had a squirrel.
Cajun bird seed. Who knew?
Yeah,
haven't had a raccoon.
That's what you did?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, of course, every blue jay has a red anus now.
Blue jays are fighters.
Look.
They're bullies.
So you're using, what is this bird seed you're using?
Yeah, it's like a Cajun hot seed bird.
And the squirrels don't like it?
No. Because apparently birds don't have taste buds, but the squirrels and raccoons obviously do, so they don't like the taste of it.
See, I thought it was just all Cajun food.
That explains why there are no bird gourmets. They don't have taste.
Good to know. In any event, Christy, so that may be that pig may be wearing an invisible fence collar,
Maybe.
so it's not. They also.
This is one of those weird-looking pigs. It's not like a pink pig. It's.
Was he a black pig?
Kind of gray,
kind of black and gray.
yeah.
Yeah. He's not the normal.
Have you seen those new those GPS dog collars?
Yes, I want those.
Well, do you have $1,000?
I know.
Well, they go in the collar, right, or something.
Yeah, it's
going into the collar.
Yeah, the dog has a GPS collar on, I guess, and you
set your boundary wherever
you can program it wherever you want, and you can change it up and.
Yeah,
I think they're $1,000.
There are quite a few different options now. They've come down in price, but I think my dogs would still run. I don't know.
Depends what kind of dog it is.
It's hard to make that. It's hard to make that leap.
What do you have Andy wear to keep him from running?
She's got me on a pretty short leash. You know that.
alone?
I don't think my dogs would run away, but he seems to think they will.
Well, it
They're
depends.
doodles. They're too dumb.
No, them wanting to run away, I almost understand.
One of my guys I thought would never run away. The other day I was just casually sitting outside for a change, and he saw something in the woods and took off.
Mine are too.
But I got to meet the neighbors behind me.
Are they nice?
Yeah, the guy was heading to Beaver Island the next day.
Oh Jesus!
How'd you find that out?
He told me.
Sticking his nose in other people's business.
We got talking. Beaver Island, of course, the largest of the islands in the Great Lakes.
Really?
Well, in Lake Michigan.
Haunted by sailors from the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Wrong lake.
So,
but
some people
they walked across the land.
Is it full of beavers? Is that why they call it Beaver Island?
Maybe at some point.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Beaver.
It's against the law for women to shave. It's very. That was.
It's not, but it should be. Okay. Yeah.
I'll vote for that person.
Okay, you never know. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. Thank you very much for joining us. I forget where we were. I think we were talking to Christy Lee at the Silac Insurance News Desk, getting ready for Sexy Time with Alli Breen. What have you got over there?
I got to go ahead to do this. Hikers along the Appalachian Trail can indulge in an ice cream challenge at a Pennsylvania country store midway through the trek. The unusual challenge is thought to have begun more than 4 decades ago at the Pine Grove Furnace General Store in Gardner's, which is a few miles north of the current true halfway point on the 2,197-mile-long trail.
Oh,
Talk about rural.
You have said so much, and I still don't know what this is about.
If you're hiking, you know what the Appalachian Trail is?
Sure.
All I've heard is they're eating ice cream on the Appalachian.
And if you're halfway there, as kind of a tradition, you're supposed to eat all this ice
half
cream.
a gallon of ice cream as quickly as possible. So far this year, about 50
Tell me you're an
hikers
elitist without telling me you're. If you know where the Appalachian Trail is, Iowa Royal, you're an elitist.
Really? You think?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Let alone that.
They have finished the challenge, earning the honor of having their photos posted on a store bulletin board. Kind of like if you eat the giant steak or the giant burger or whatever you get.
Is this the story just informing us of this, or?
The ice cream challenge record, less than 4 minutes, was set 2 years ago by a man with the
wouldn't you
trail.
guys-
So it's breaking. It's breaking news.
Wouldn't you have rather heard a Haywood song?
I hadn't heard toast.
Wait a minute, I'm thinking. Hang on.
The old Jack Benny.
I'm cleaning up where I spilled my iced tea. You guys keep going.
Through hikers who want to attempt the record may only allow the $12 worth of ice cream to start to melt in the sun for just a few minutes before they attempt it.
News story. Ice cream will melt in sun.
And they have to be timed by a store employee.
Wouldn't you rather hear about this than about some hillbilly raping a guy walking the trail?
I'd way rather hear about that.
That's way more exciting.
Absolutely.
What I also love about this story, if you're further down, it gives it gives the guys.
I tried to give
you're supposed to have a trail name.
Right, trail names.
You give yourself a trail name. It's kind of like a handle in the world.
Johnny hikes a lot.
yeah.
Well, this guy's name was Squirt. What a stupid trail name that is.
Here's some. Not lazy.
Yeah, my name's
Speedy.
Hey,
Speedy. I'm just reading some of them.
Not lazy is one of them.
You can still eat, by the way, Josh. You can still have that much ice cream without walking the trail, by the way.
How much is it?
$12.
No.
a half gallon of ice cream. And what was the record?
4 minutes.
Half gallon. What's your? I don't know ice cream.
Half gallon is the block. The box.
Okay, so
the box.
That is the whole box is half a gallon.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Boy, that
yes.
is way too much.
It is.
Yeah, and your head. I mean, I get terrible ice cream headaches even trying to eat a cone at Dairy Queen if I ate it too fast.
Half gallon in 4 minutes. That's
that is a tough challenge.
yeah.
I mean, don't you, the first time you ever have that brain freeze thing, don't you think that you're having some kind of epic stroke?
It hurts. They say push your tongue to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, those things are terrifying. I would not want to eat
I
that
want
much.
ice cream.
Well, you can have ice cream.
We have ice cream in the freezer right now.
Oh, yeah.
So.
We do.
Which one do you have?
I don't
What's
know
in
what's
there?
in there. We have
Graters.
Graters.
Yeah, a couple flavors.
Yeah.
We also have soda pop. What do we have? It's kind of weird soda pop, bacon, and
Oh, yeah, here we go. There's a challenge here. I forgot.
Bacon soda.
Here,
that's something
Oh, we were done with the bacon.
Mike Marks said his Patrick, his son, has 2 bottles of flavored soda from Holland, Michigan, from the Tulip Festival.
Oh.
They're in the fridge. There's a sweet corn soda and a bacon soda.
I bet the sweet corn soda's not bad.
Crack it open.
Man,
do you want to give it a taste?
Well, maybe later.
Okay,
We've got Alli
okay.
coming up.
Okay.
We have things to do here.
Right now, I want to tell you about the beauty of Raycon earbuds. They're awesome. They're great, and they fit in your ear.
Yes, they do, and they've been updated, Tom. Premium audio that goes where you go. Raycon's latest model. Better than ever, 32-hour battery life, multi-point connectivity. You can pair 2 devices at once, and Raycon has a quick charge function. It's 10 minutes of charging, 90 minutes of battery, and they also come with active noise cancellation, available in all the colors, and a 30-day happiness guarantee return policy with Raycon. Plus, of course, we have a deal for you. Just go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off Raycon's best-selling everyday earbuds. Raycon, 15% off their best-selling everyday earbuds. But you have to go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
And they'll stay in your ear, and they'll fit in your ear, and they sound great, and they cost half as much as those little white ones. When we come back, when we come back, yeah, what are you waiting for? You know, I like hostility to sell.
Yeah.
Now, when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit of sexy time with Alli Breen. Tell us your love troubles. We'd like to hear from you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This remains the Bob and Tom Show.
She's a mystery girl.
Yeah.
Thank you. No one knows what she's all about. She's a mystery girl. No one knows what she does. She says she doesn't have a job, but she drives a Ferrari and she lives in the nicest part of town. She's a mystery girl. No one knows what she does. She's always getting text messages right in the middle of our dates. She has to go somewhere right away. She's a mystery girl. And then she pays her bill all in singles. She comes home really late in the evening, says she's not in the mood for love, and she got rug burns on her knees. She's a mystery girl. No one knows where she's been. Once I found these weird fuzzy handcuffs in the top drawer of her dresser. She got a tattoo that says something that you can't say on the radio, but she's a mystery girl. All right, here's the bridge. She told me she was a virgin, but somehow mysteriously she gave me every kind of VD you can name. Oh, the pain of the mystery girl. She's a mystery girl. And every time I call her up, her voicemail says Felicia can't come to the phone. But she told me her name was Lisa. She's a mystery girl.
Was that
Henry
Felicia?
Phillips.
The reviews are in, and America can't get enough of Chick McGee's Silac commercial. Fanatical fans everywhere are even watching it in reverse. You know, this actually kind of makes sense. Truth is, you won't be finding any retirement checks in your mailbox until you first go back into your house and log on to SilacINS.com. At the Silac website, you'll even find a special link just for Bob and Tom listeners. Hey, hold on now. This part shouldn't be going backwards. There we are. It's SilacINS.com. Don't go backwards in retirement. Look forward to your retirement. Look into an annuity from Silac Insurance.
I get
in a lot of awkward situations, I feel like. Recently in D.C., I threw up in the street. Which isn't a big deal. That happens. I'm a pretty heavy drinker. But what was different about this time was as I was about to throw up, when you're just starting to come up, I made eye contact with a woman sitting outside of a Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then I held eye contact as I vomited.
Oh.
So it was just very awkward because she just saw me kind of look over at her and then go, and I mean, what's going on in her reality?
She wants to watch that.
Did you get her number?
I did not get her number. I'm afraid. What if she go home and say, I was so ugly today I made a man vomit? I don't want her to think that, So I had to go over and tell her it wasn't the case.
That's a bad hair day.
Yeah, if a man looks at you and vomits,
It is a bad day.
you need to visit your hairdresser ASAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a self-esteem killer.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, but I get into stuff like that all
See,
the
I'm a
time.
sympathy monitor. I would have, if he'd made eye contact with me, I would have.
Me too.
You would vomit also?
I would join you. Yeah.
So when you smell vomit, you immediately vomit.
Say goodbye.
Let's move on.
So far we've covered soiling ourselves and vomit in the studio.
What next? All right, let's go into pussy lesions.
No.
No, Bob, that's wrong in the script. It's not pronounced pussy.
There you go.
It's
written that way.
I know it looks that way on the page.
If you read that wrong at the audition, wow, that's a different movie.
Yeah,
Well, what's
entirely.
this, Mr. Abrams? I don't understand.
It's closer to a Mr. Skin film.
Yeah, I think so.
I would say.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Now, were you a big drinker in college?
Yeah, I in college, I think I drank a little bit more than I do now. In college, whenever I drank, I would pass out. It was like my thing, That's how people knew me.
Pass out guy?
Yeah. It got to the point where even before I went out, I'd go ahead and draw a dick on my face. Because it was going to happen.
It was going to happen. Your buddies were going to take care of it anyway.
Yeah.
Just take it right.
Oh, boy.
Why wait?
It really is something else. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not. Because, first of all, what do they think? It's going to help me? They think years from now I'm going to be saying, yeah, it got really bad. I was just drinking all the time, passing out. And then one day I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I was like, TJ, get it together. I owe it all to Steve and his artistic ability to draw a ball sack on my forehead.
Tom Show. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, and it's time for, once again, delving into the lives of our listeners. People have the best intentions, but then something always goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Bad advice. Oh, no, I call the show Sexy Time.
No.
Sexy Time. There you go. And there she is. It's the sex goddess with the big glasses. It's Alli Breen. Yes. Apparently about to go shoot some hoops. She's got her basketball jersey on, and what's that? Or is that?
She's wearing a tank top.
Oh, okay.
Is this the color of someone playing right now?
Yes.
I haven't even been watching.
No.
It should be. Alli Breen with her gigantic glasses.
The better to see us with.
Yeah, they look.
My dear.
They look great. And we missed you last week, Alli, but we did the show without you, and it was the usual failure.
Yeah, you saved some lives.
I'm not so sure. No, Alli can be found on your favorite social media platform. It's ALLIBREEN. When she's not on stage doing great stand-up comedy, she's helping loved among the lovers out there. And she's also on OnlyFans. ALLIB is where you will find her. Have you done the thing where you roll in the paint yet?
No, I still haven't done that. But I might start winding it down. I haven't been paying enough attention to it. That might be my grand finale. I don't know how much longer I'll be on there because I feel bad. I'm not putting a lot of content out there.
Oh, come on. Step up. It's Josh.
Get some butt paint pictures going.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get to our first letter. What's happening out there?
Dear Alli, I walked into the bathroom on my husband at the sink, really hardcore inspecting his penis. Is there a reason you'd be doing this other than him possibly cheating on me?
What?
What did you make that looking for herpes?
Absolutely correct. He's cheating on me. The only reason you don't look at your penis like that.
What?
Do you guys hardcore inspect your penis?
I mean, it's conceivably it could be chafed.
Right.
He could have had an accident with his zipper. I think every guy out there
He could have heard a podcast that said, "Hey, every now and again, take a look for something." You know what I mean? It could be anything.
Why would she jump to that?
Yeah, even grooming. Probably because he must be looking for an STD.
Right.
So I don't have them, so his girlfriend must. That kind of thing.
Someone must have done something.
Right. No,
it's a lie. He probably is. He was maybe grooming, and he could have slipped and cut something, or
you know what I often do when something like anything like this happens with a significant other. Instead of writing a radio show, I ask. Hey, is everything okay, honey?
Yeah.
What's she looking at? You need some help?
Yeah. Do you want me to look at something to see if it seems weird?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sweet relationship. Do you want me to inspect your weird, possibly diseased penis?
Well, let's say I have something anywhere. I have something on my arm. I go, hey, does this look weird to you? That kind of thing.
If he,
and it's also my pickup line. Hey, does my penis look weird to you?
Try that enough, you'll get a.
Maybe he should have gone. Can you see my tan lines? I'm trying to go parfait.
If he gets nervous when you ask him that, then maybe you have something to be worried about.
Way too paranoid.
Yeah.
If he answers with a question, then he's lying.
Yeah.
And sometimes guys are guys. They just want to take a look, see how everything is.
What's going on down there?
Yeah.
Are you bigger than you were yesterday?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'm doing some weight training, trying to get a little bit bigger. I don't know. This is not to use a bad pun, a stretch.
Yeah,
I think
needs to lighten up.
If you start itching, then you can worry. Right?
In fact, I'm wondering if you're cheating on him.
That's what I was going to say.
Projecting.
I honestly was, Josh. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, well, let's move forward here. Enough speculation. We'll try to solve someone else's issues. What else is happening?
Dear Allie, my boyfriend farts in front of me all the time. I've kind of gotten used to it, but the bigger concern is he lets them rip totally in public.
Oh.
Do guys actually have a harder time holding them in or something, or does he really just not care?
Yeah, there's like.
Is this guy European? Is he like from Germany where they let him rip?
Is that a thing? Are they not?
Yeah, that's a.
Discreet about that
a thing in Germany?
Oh, yeah, they don't care.
No, that seems
Germany
rude.
has some really weird behaviors attached to it.
The in public is weird.
Yeah.
The fact that he's so relaxed about it also is.
Proud, even, it seems.
Does he add a
You've matched yourself with someone who has a great deal of self-confidence. They're very comfortable within their own skin.
Yeah, that's true.
That's probably true.
I've been trying to do that for my entire life. Never have I been successful at being comfortable being myself. So this guy.
I thought you meant publicly.
No, I wouldn't. No, that would
Let's do a deep dive on that, Tom. Why are you not comfortable with yourself?
I don't care if he's comfortable with himself or not. Just pick a personality, okay? Would you? And
I don't want to wander into any of these caves.
And why do we have to come in there with you?
So sorry. Let's get back to our letters. We're talking with Alli Breen, comedian, and Alli is accepting your letters at Alli Breen on your favorite social media platform. What have you got, Alli?
I just want to note, Tom deflected pretty quickly when we tried to
he
put
does
the spotlight on him. Look at that.
He does it all the time.
Dear Allie, my wife did the Botox and lip filler thing, and she looks like one of the Real Housewives of the Midwest. I told her she's made herself look way less attractive, and now she's mad at me. But isn't that a compliment that I prefer her to be natural?
Yes,
how do I get out of this?
Yes, but there's a different way to put it.
Yeah.
That's
she can't just take out the filler real quick. She's got to. It's like a time period.
No, which one which one of those wears off?
Both of them will.
They both will.
Yeah.
I think all of that does.
Yeah, it all wears off after a while, but it takes a while.
Does it leave a weird thing behind, or do you go back to normal?
Lip? I
yeah, like something.
You got like stretch marks on your lips?
I don't think so. I have never done them, so I don't know for sure, but I don't believe it leaves.
You haven't done them downstairs?
No.
You mean
look at me? Do I look like I've done anything? No.
We can't see that.
Wait till that becomes a trend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's become a trend, hasn't it?
Oh, has it?
Labial puffing?
What?
What?
Yeah, we had a story about it.
We had a story about that.
You want to see?
Is that where they inject it down there?
Yeah, we talked about it.
I think Josh wants to see him through the yoga pants, right?
There are men out there who want to. Yeah, they want to be able to see everything. I believe it's comedian Jim Norton said he wants to be able to see it through a snowsuit.
So the question is, should he? Yeah. So he said to her,
"Isn't it a compliment? She shouldn't be mad." But you're right. Josh is right. He said you made yourself look less attractive.
Yeah, that's not what he should
Not the way to go about it.
Okay. I think one of the first things you can ask is, what are how do you feel now that you have to? Are you happy with it? What do you think?
Do you like it?
Yeah.
But there is that sort of generic face that some of these women have where they all start looking the same. They have the cheekbone implants. They got all this puffy stuff, and it's like you're looking at the same
Go to
person.
the grocery store in Beverly Hills. You'll know exactly what he's talking about.
Now, ladies, is it
Every woman there looks
okay
the same.
if a woman gets something like that done and then she says, "What do you think?" and I say, "You know what? It looks pretty good. I'll be honest. I prefer your natural lips."
There you go.
But how do you? But
No.
That'd be fine. I
That's
wouldn't be
much
upset at all.
better.
Like, oh, cool.
You immediately grab your chest and fall to the floor. Say, "I think I'm having a heart attack. Rush me to the hospital." Just don't answer any other question. No.
Okay, I did a
Or
quick.
pretend you don't recognize her. Just go, "Who are you?" And just freak out, run out of the house.
I'm blacking out, honey. I'm blacking.
Okay, Allie, I did a quick search on this, and I ended up on the wrong side of things. It says, according to GQ, the use of Botox on the testicles
Oh, yeah, that's happening.
is growing in popularity. According to John Perez, a 35-year-old working in the fashion industry, the most interesting part to me is that it will improve my sex life. It will make everything more sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
They talked to Dr. Evan Reeder, who says over the past couple of years, men have become more comfortable asking to get the wrinkles removed from their sack.
Yep.
Wow.
That story, too. Yep.
Yikes. It says a typical treatment will last 3 to 4 months of a, quote, smooth sack for $1,000.
Jeez.
That's
that's $500 a ball.
Yeah.
And it makes the sex feel better? You would think that would hurt more.
I think this may be a gay thing, actually, judging by
interesting.
Not necessarily. There are some men who care about the way their sack looks. And
Really?
they're Gay.
Okay.
Yes.
It has to be fun because that's injected, right?
Yep.
So the doctor's going to be saying the standard, you're going to feel a small prick, and then the guy goes, "So are you, doc?" That's why we're getting this done. Sorry. Let's get back to our letters. If you're just joining us, hello. We are speaking with comedian Alli Breen, and this is a segment we call Sexy Time. Coming to you from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Alli, what do you got?
Dear Allie, I've been married for 5 years and I love my wife, but I'm a little bored, so I started a Tinder profile just to start flirting with women. I've actually met some really cool people. They don't know I'm married, but I'm thinking of telling them and seeing if anyone is still game to start a little fling. So it actually helped my marriage, but I know if I got caught, it would end it. So my friend told me I need therapy, but honestly, this is better than therapy. What do you guys think?
You're going to get divorced in about a year. You better start getting your stuff in order.
I'd be curious to find out where it went from just to start a Tinder profile to telling them I'm married to see if they want to have an actual affair.
I think, Chick, the answer is before he even started the Tinder.
Yes. He was out before he even started.
That was the goal from day one.
Yeah,
right?
And you asking us is also just you are going to do it.
Yep.
You're going to cheat on her.
You want someone to say,
And-
yeah, that's reasonable.
She is going to find out.
Yep, you're going to match with one of her friends. And it's
they're just going to see you on there. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
How do you? How does this guy do? Does he put on like Superman glasses so that she'll never recognize me? I'm Clark Kent.
I wonder how many times a day a woman has a friend of hers come up and say, "I saw your husband's profile on Tinder."
Oh man.
Oh,
That's
I
gotta
bet
be
a lot.
tough.
I bet.
Yeah.
A bunch.
Isn't that prefaced with, "I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I've been itching to do it all day."
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably so much gaslighting after that, though, because people can be like, "I got hacked. They stole my profile." I'm sure there's so many things that people say to excuse it.
So you wouldn't, if you ran across someone's profile on Tinder, you would not tell them.
Well, how on earth would that happen? I don't.
Well,
I wouldn't.
hypothetically.
I don't think I would because it's none of my. Boy, that's a tough one.
I know.
Yeah.
It depends on how close the friend is, probably.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a minefield.
Yeah, I would tell him. I don't care. I'm like, hey, look, here's your husband on here. You might want to follow up on that.
And by the way, he's a bad kisser.
Yeah. Didn't even take me anywhere nice.
Yeah, I told him to inspect his male member.
Christy gave the best. She said the best thing here, which is "Good luck, sir," because
Yeah, we're done.
You're doing it. We know you're doing it.
Yeah.
Let's check in.
For sure.
What does our next letter say, Allie?
Dear Allie, my husband travels for work a lot and he never wants me to go with him. He says it'll add a lot of stress to him and I'll probably be bored because he doesn't have time to do anything other than work. I'm totally fine with that. I can spend the day doing touristy stuff and go to a spa and then just basically have dinner and go to sleep with him. The fact that he won't even try it makes me think he's either cheating, trying to cheat, or needs a fair amount of space from me. And none of these things are good for a marriage, right?
No, the space thing is completely fine.
Right.
Yeah.
This is tough because Godwin and I talk about this.
Traveling, being on the road, yeah.
We can totally relate to this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're in a different mindset. You're in
a lone
work
wolf
mode.
at times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And dinner is probably out. If he's traveling for work, he probably has to have dinner with work people.
Yeah.
Clients, other. No, this guy's not up to anything bad. Let him go.
I don't know who said it first, but I can't miss you if you're not going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Space is important.
Yeah, but also this guy may need a lot of work time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He's on the road. He's working.
Depending on what
In the
kind of
hotel
work.
room, he might be answering emails.
I don't know. How do you expect him to get laid if his wife goes with him?
That too is huge.
Come on.
It could be a compromise if he went someplace that was cool that she could go to, though. Because I used to travel for work, and I think one time my boyfriend came with me, and so we got to do one touristy thing. Otherwise, he was just kind of chilling in the car or the hotel when I had
But it's a little
meetings.
unfair to assume that he has the same.
But, sometimes the big deals are done. With a guy could, hey, we're going to go bowling. Hey, by the way, during, between the 9th and 10th frame, I sold the thing and the Johnson account sealed and delivered.
Exactly.
We closed it.
Yep.
It's one less thing. No, you don't have to go. Idiot.
It's funny. My sister's married to a pilot, and people are like, "Oh, that must be so hard." She's like, "No, that's saving our marriage."
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy.
Wait a minute. There's a cat on your lap.
Yeah.
You know what that was at
Come on,
first.
buddy.
Looked
You told us
huge.
never to mention this.
Yeah, that thing's not the size of a beaver. Look at
He's gotten so big.
I know. He's gotten big.
What is that, a panther?
What did Carson say? Can I pet your pussy? And then was it Diane
Zsa Zsa
Canner?
Gabor,
Zsa
I
Zsa
think.
Gabor said, well, I have to move this cat first.
Very nice. We have time for what?
Jason was just telling me he saw a guy with a shirt that said, "Show me them kitties." It's like, that's great.
Kitties, okay. We have a time for one more letter from Alli Breen. Alli, go.
Dear Allie, my wife quit her job because she was miserable and she met someone on the street who asked her if she'd ever modeled before. She actually gave him her information and he called, and then it turns out he wants her to be an OnlyFans model. She was like, if I could keep my identity hidden, it's kind of like a webcam girl, and she's kind of into it. I'm not. What do you guys think?
She doesn't need that guy in order to be a webcam model, though. He's just like
that's
a
a good
pervy guy
point.
being like, I want to film you.
And she should know every person, every porn star, if you ever listen to them interviewed, says the first thing they tell new girls getting into the business, and I know this is just OnlyFans modeling, but it applies here too, people will find out. You can never stay anonymous. Everyone will know.
Interesting.
Everyone will know.
Since you're taking pictures of your face and all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could get away with not, but that's who wants that?
There's probably there is probably some weird fetish where you never want to see the face.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe the unknown sex worker, bag over her head.
Hey, like the unknown comic. That's amazing.
Would you go? Would you?
There should be the masked singer, but for OnlyFans.
The bag over the head chick. Do you go paper or plastic?
Oh, you got to go paper.
Okay.
So they see through the plastic.
Well, I bet there's a plastic bag.
Yeah. They tighten it though at the end. They tighten it at the end, Cambodia style. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
You're lethal.
Alli Breen is our guest, the comedian. And are you working this weekend, Alli?
Yes, I'll be back at the Strip in New York City. And then I'm at Gotham on Monday right after.
What is the status of your condo in Florida that you're leasing out?
I'm going to be, I'm still working on it. I probably have like a few weeks left to do that. So I'll be back down there next week. And then, I'll be able to probably try to start leasing it pretty soon. Okay. But it's so much fun doing DIY stuff. I've been burning a lot of brush in Florida. So if you hear about some wildfires, it's so much fun.
I don't see you as much of a farm girl type doing all this stuff. I know you've admitted that you can't cook an egg.
I know. I'm not good at any of it. It's just so much fun to do. That's the key. Okay. Here we go. Look at who you're calling a fatty. It's not so bad.
There's the kitty cat.
Precious kitty cat.
Yeah.
That is a full-grown panther, is what that is.
That is one big cat. Well, thank you very much, Alli. It's always a great pleasure.
Thanks,
you'll find Alli, ALLIBREEN, and track her down and send her a letter or go see her live doing some great stand-up. Thanks, Alli.
Bye, Alli.
Thanks, guys.
I've been talking about keeping my energy level up, courtesy of Java House. We've been talking about the coffee a lot. Java House, of course, famous for their coffee and the great, it's almost, I guess you could say, a new idea in coffee, the peel and pour pods.
So convenient.
You don't have to put it in a machine and have it go through the rigmarole. You just take this. It's concentrated. This, for example, is the amazingly smooth cold brew Colombian medium roast. Now, I've been drinking, I think I'm on my third hydration drink today, the Arctic Blast. And they also, of course, have hot cocoa, tea, lattes, energy drinks. It's all from Java House. And the key, once again, is the peel and pour pod. And they've got a couple cool things going on at Java House right now. Of course, it's the perfect solution for that break room at the office. And they're going to do a thing where you could get a free in-office demo. Visit javahouse.com for the details. Click on that tab and sign up for that free in-office demo. Once again, it's javahouse.com. Also, use the name Bob and Tom, one big long word, and get 25% off your order for some pods to be sent to you so you can check it out. And Java House, once again, peel and pour pods for tea, energy drinks, hydration drinks, lattes, and even the famous hot cocoa. It's all coming your way from Java House at javahouse.com. We shall return. We are in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Pat, are you ready to do your movie review?
Sure, why not?
Oh,
We can do
okay.
that. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Big week this week. Talking about the new movie Sex and the City 2.
Now, should we explain that the way you have a very interesting way of making sure that your reviews are not biased? You don't chum around with the stars.
I do not chum around with the stars.
And
as little as possible.
You don't associate pretty much with the movie itself.
Do not do that.
So, in other words, you don't go to the movie.
I don't interact with the movie in any way.
By seeing it.
By seeing it,
right?
I try not to think about it.
Bias your opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And once you've seen a movie, there's no way you can be objective about it. You have been foiled. The content is in your head, and there's no way you can do it. Now, this week, Sex and the City 2. Carrie, Amanda, Mary-Kate, and Ashley return for the sequel. There will be sex, followed by brunch, during which a penis will be ridiculed. There will be giggling and togetherness. Cynthia Nixon, shockingly, not returning for the sequel. I don't know if you know that. The role of Amanda is played by a broom with a face drawn on it. Sarah Jessica Parker does return, and contrary to early rumors, the role of Carrie is not played by Super Saver. Winner of the Kentucky Derby. Super Saver. Obviously, these are some heavy-duty female role models, but you don't have to go to the movies to hear about strong women, as you'll see in this edition of the Unbiased Movie Review, which is also ripped from the headlines.
Really?
Yes. In Minnesota, a mother has given birth in the car while driving herself to the hospital. Well, what does she want? A medal? One time I soiled myself on the way home from the airport. Nobody seemed to think that was much of a miracle.
Yeah.
The only difference is that mine didn't scream coming out. In fact, it was almost eerily quiet. There was a whimper. I'm not sure which end it came out of. Ripped from from the headlines. Yes. Sex and the City 2. Definitely a movie for females. Well, what's wrong with seeing something a little soft and fun? You need it sometimes. After watching all the violence in the news, one of Spain's most famous matadors remains in critical condition after sucking the horn of one of Spain's most famous bulls. Julio Aparicio was gored through the throat, his jawbone fractured, his tongue pierced, his soft palate smashed. Doctors say he may never say, "That's delicious," again. From now on, we'll probably say, "That's delicious." Whatever "that's delicious" is in Spanish.
Break up with your brewer. Switch to Java House. Amazingly smooth barista quality cold brew in seconds with no equipment required. Just peel and pour over hot or cold water. Effortlessly easy. Coffee, teas, hydration and energy drinks, hot cocoa and more. Order online at javahouse.com. Java House, the official coffee and refreshments of the Bob and Tom Show.
This is my winter fat guy outfit. Which, by the way, is strikingly similar to my summer fat guy. This is all, by the way, from my I Don't Care Anymore collection. You know how it is, you get older, you don't care. I mean, I've been wearing the same pair of shorts since Thanksgiving, and I went to put on a pair of pants, and I probably should have got out of the shorts once every 3 days to make sure I wasn't gaining weight. So they are now, I mean, you know, I got a pair of pants. Here's the crazy thing. I got a pair of pants that I love. I found a pair of fat pants at Goodwill that I love. And I'm thinking to myself, if I had a pair of these, I would have worn these every day. And then I come home and my wife goes, "Hey, where'd you get those pants? I thought I took them to Goodwill." I'm like, "Why did you take these to Goodwill? I bought them again." She goes, "Because you never wore them."
When you become a Bob and Tom VIP member, you get more and less.
Wait, what? Which one is it? More or less?
It's both. VIP members get more stuff to hear and less commercials to not hear.
So Bob and Tom VIP is a good deal?
Yeah, more or less.
Hey, looking for the link to sync with Bob and Tom VIP? Yeah? It's right there at bobandtom.com.
Wouldn't you like to know what Chick McGee does while commercials are playing?
I sure would.
Bob and Tom Show? Walk this way.
Okay. Here you go. You're going into the restroom.
Well, no, this happens sometimes.
Sometimes you have to do quick decision making.
It's locked.
Right?
Normally, everyone who works here knows that they shouldn't be in the bathroom when we're in commercials.
Of course.
Because I might have to use the bathroom.
Number
and
one.
I can't use the bathroom any other time than when we're in commercials.
Number one or number two?
I'd rather not say.
Oh.
Well.
Hello.
Hang on. Your name, please?
Chris.
You're fired.
You taught him his lesson.
Oh, yeah! Woo! Ah, refreshing.
Part of the Indiana State Fair this year, and of course the Dairy Barn will be there for those great milkshakes. I will be there in person.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Josh Arnold, Christy Lee, Pat Godwin, Jessica Alsman, Ace Cosby. We're in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. I'm Chick. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Chick McGee. It's always a great pleasure to have you here. And I am trying to find this article about. You mentioned the Botox in the front naughty for the ladies.
Actually, it was filler because it actually puffs it up.
Oh, maybe that's why I can't find it because I've been looking for Botox.
Botox takes wrinkles out. Filler puffs things up.
Okay.
Like Juvederm or.
So
Really?
if it starts getting thin and, I don't know, wispy, then you want to
I guess.
and thicken it. And
I never even think about it or worry about that.
I found this pitch. Have you heard of a vaccine called Desireel R?
No, what's that?
It says it functions. It says, ladies, if you don't want to go under the surgical knife, this is the right thing for you. And this is obviously a commercial ad. I'd never heard of this before. It says it works in a similar way to the filters. Once again, it's called Desireel R. It gives ladies most intimate area the desired firmness and elasticity.
Really?
Does it go inside? Are we talking about the walls? What are we talking about?
I don't know. It says often the lady parts become dry, the walls and muscles drop, which can affect your self-esteem.
This is a postmenopausal thing.
So, yeah,
that would be on the interior. We're talking about the We're talking about the flappy part.
Oh, okay.
The vulva. Yes.
Is there something called like
labia.
Votox?
Labia.
Okay.
Labia filler.
Okay.
It is a lot of information to take in at once.
Got it.
Is that? Can you see some doctor? Hello, I'm the Vag Master. Would you like this? Or,
Every day it's something new with him.
Some new voice or character. The Vag Master.
I like it.
Okay, and then I've got this thing about vaginal popsicles.
What?
Now, wait a minute. Hang on.
No, this is a good thing.
Keeping something cool?
This is from a parenting site called Direct Advice for Dads. This is a list of must-have things to bring your wife in the hospital as a post-birth treatment.
I see.
Something called vaginal popsicles or called the ice finger. The process involves filling a condom with water and freezing it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Bring it to your wife.
No. You want them to insert that in after you've had a baby?
This is not me talking. This is this article. The Post explains the so-called popsicles are the perfect shape to rest in between the legs and ease the pain and swelling.
Yeah, that would be.
These are not inserted.
No, they're not. I was going to say.
Like treating a bee sting.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, that would make sense.
By the way,
I think you could insert it, though, if you had to.
No, they encourage you not to.
The fudgesicle is a far different thing. The ice finger sounds like, well, I finally went to third with Jack Frost.
Jack Frost?
A woman would probably be saying.
He'd be saying that. Yeah, he was saying it. That's why.
Sorry.
You know, the old fudgesicle, if you will, is quite common during, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
During birth.
Yeah.
A little dollop will come out.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Like you're having a.
I'll try to find the Botox thing.
That's where the saying comes from. Well, crap the bed.
I see. Okay. Let's move forward here. Christy, do you have one more story to wrap things up?
The Louvre, home to the Mona Lisa and other iconic works of art in Paris, closed abruptly Monday as the staff staged an impromptu strike over a surge of tourists who were left standing in long lines. Ticket agents, gallery attendants, and security refused to return to work following a morning union meeting, citing overcrowding and understaffing. After 4 hours of talks with management, the Louvre reopened to confused and tired visitors.
So
we're confused and tired.
So they were the tourists were locked out.
Yeah, for 4 hours.
Oh,
they're waiting.
Is that the number one tourist attraction in Paris?
Probably that and the Eiffel Tower.
It's either that or the Surrender Museum, I think. Thank you.
They're very good. Very good.
Billy's Hoagies, you got to go there.
Oh, yeah.
Billy's Hoagies.
Billy's Hoagies.
The White Flag Factory.
Yeah.
Here's what he gave up over here, and it's the flag we use. Here's what he gave up over there.
White Flag.
Because of some spoiled docents.
Ugly America's probably right.
At work.
Probably.
There's too many tourists, is what
Yeah,
they're
it's,
saying.
Too many, yeah, boy, I work in a museum. You know what? I'm striking because there are too many people visiting it. How about suck it up and work?
It's right around the 90s in Paris.
Well, I went there and they didn't even have any of them Bob Ross paintings, you know.
How about those kids with the big sad eyes? I like that.
Where are they?
Yeah.
Well,
Everywhere.
But some of the Louvre sucks.
Did you see the guy who sat on, was it Van Gogh's chair?
Yeah.
Just
Crystal chair.
Smashed it right to the ground.
What?
Hilarious. It was just hilarious.
Oh.
yeah.
He sat down and trying to get a picture.
God, people
Crash.
are idiots.
Well, they can't put this stuff. It's right there. You've got to put it behind a fence or whatever.
Or people will do exactly what they did.
Yeah, of course, then you're going to get the guy that's going to climb the fence, like the guy that climbs in to get in with the tiger. Well, I was talking to the tiger, and I realized I could go in there and pet him, and then he bit my hand off.
He said it was okay.
All for that if kill the animal.
We'll give you the Van Gogh chair story tomorrow. Plus, we've got, if you're checking into the motel, watch out for the alligator. It's loose and it's big. We'll tell you about all those things tomorrow. Thanks for joining us here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. This is the Bob and Tom Show.